Oh, that actually worked. Holy crap. Alright, so while everything loads up. So here we are, Minecraft 1.21 released on, what, Thursday? Yeah, like 2 days, maybe even yesterday, honestly. And so, new Minecraft means new achievements. As always, I love to get some new achievements in Minecraft. So, let's see what we've got going. Now, usually there are 3 new achievements every update. Right? Every update adds in 3 new achievements. Right? The last one was, right, painting the past, smithing with style, careful restoration. Update before that was the frog lights, the allay drops, and the sculpt catalysts. Honestly, that one have been just too... Hey, Anti-Anonymous, how you doing? Update before that, right, it spreads, sneak 100... And maybe this was the LA cake drop one? I don't know. Usually we get 2 or 3 updates, right, or 2 or 3 achievements per update. This time we have 4. It's been a while since we've had 4. So we've got unlock an ominous vault with an ominous trial carrier. Be near a crafter when it crafts a crafter. And then use a wind charge to launch yourself upwards 8 blocks. And then finally... deal 50 hearts of damage in a single hit using a mace. So we need to find a trial chamber. We need to get the potion effect for the ominous potion. And then we're also going to need to kill breezes to get breeze rods. And then the auto crafter one actually seems pretty simple. That is probably one we can do today. So that's kind of the one we're aiming for, right? Build an auto crafter. Be near a crafter when it crafts a crafter. Hopefully we should be able to do that. I don't know what that needs. You know what it's like? Yeah, back in the day. I've been doing this for a long time. Like, coming up on, what, 13 years? I've definitely related to that in the past. Alright, so we're going to jump in. So I have already started a world, right? We do a realm, right? Me and a bunch of other people. We started the realm yesterday. We've already put some time into it. So we're not coming at this with nothing, right? I've already do have some establishing, right? Materials and whatnot. We've already done some stuff. We are going to go underground, though, because we need to find... a trial chamber. We can also go into the unexplored lands and see what's up in the unexplored lands. Because I've tried not to go too far from spawn this time. And right, the last few times I've done this, I usually go venture off. The last time we did this, I ventured like 2,000 blocks away, and it kind of sucked. It was a pain in the ass. So this time I'm like not too far off spawn. I've definitely put the most work into this, but I'm also, right, I've put the most, but, right, it's only been like 24 hours. So I do have a house. So this is unnamed house right now. This new update added a bunch of new paintings. So I've been trying to get a lot of the new paintings. So, right, we have cake, flower pot, golden apple, melon one. This one might be my favorite. I don't know, there's just something super simple about it that I do actually really like. I have the new rose paintings over here. I swear there were 2 new vertical paintings. Because I swear at some point I got the new vertical painting. I left, I came back, and this turned into a different painting. Like, I feel like I'm being gaslit. But no, we got that. I have another one over here. And then, of course, the best painting of them all. This classic image that I can't remember if it was the texture pack image, the original. It was either the original world image, like when you saved a world, the original texture pack image. I don't remember what it exactly was, but this is a classic piece of Minecraft history. Really, actually, pretty cool to see it in this game. So, of course, we have that. I do have a copper bulb here Press it once to turn it off. Press it to turn it on. It's neat. It's a neat little thing. Does it actually do anything other than that? No, but I have it. If we come out back here, I have a wheat farm, and I have a potato farm. I keep getting bees. For some reason, I have just... So, I don't know if this is how it works in Java Edition, but in Bedrock Edition, at least where I am right now, trees can randomly spawn with beehives. So I've had it happen 3 times now, where I just randomly get a tree with a beehive on it. And it's a massive pain in the ass. So that's something. We got chickens over here. Oh, and I think a cow got stuck in there, it looks like. Yeah, I have no idea how the cow got in there, but okay. Yeah, you know, this is an egg farm. What do I need eggs for? No idea. I had an idea at some point. I don't remember what it was. I don't remember why I had an egg farm. But there was definitely a reason. We got sugar cane, which, you know, we'll eventually need for books. So yeah, we got sugarcane, and then over here we have some more, and that's about it. That's literally the whole island. It's not very big at all. Goodbye. So I haven't really done, like, I know, right, a big house, but it's not actually that big. I've done a little bit of mining. I think I definitely have over 10 diamonds, but I could not tell you how many I actually have. I just know that I do have some. I made sure to get a bunch of iron. You know, I like the new cave update. You know, 1.18 cave update did a lot of good things. The one thing I do not like that it did was that it made iron super rare. Like, I know, right? Oh, well, look at that. You have over a stack. Iron used to be so much more common than that. It sucks. And I know diamonds are more common now, but I've never had any luck. So we do have 13 diamonds. This is my last chest. I do have more iron. I found some geodes. Here's our shears to go get some more honey. I haven't played Minecraft in a while. Honestly, I only play Minecraft whenever there's a new update. I'll pick up the game to play the new update. I'll have a lot of fun with it. Oh, yeah, shit. And then I won't play it again for another, like, I don't know, like 4 months. You know, you play it when the new update happens. Or usually it's 6 months. Traditionally, Mojang does 2 updates a year. One in June and one in December. Recently, however, they've only been doing one a year, or at least this year, right? Because last year we did not get a December update. We instead just got this update. Oops. Okay, I did not accidentally. I accidentally made that all. But yeah, I usually only play Minecraft when there's an update, because we gotta get those achievements. So I do not have any goals. I don't think we're going to work on the house today. Usually I always keep my houses super simple because I'm not exactly a good house builder person. I definitely think this house is better than our last one. For the, because I think in the previous 1.20 achievement hunt, we lived in a... God, what did we live in? Oh, I'm on Bedrock. I should say that as well, yeah. I'm playing on Nintendo Switch. There we go. Okay, at least our roof is sealed. Yeah, no, I think our last house, we just lived inside a desert well, which was not exactly a great house. And then the update before that, we lived inside a, I think we just built like a simple wooden shack. which wasn't great, but, you know, it worked. Okay, let's get some supplies. Let's get some food. We'll see what bread we can make right now. My goal is to go adventuring today. I don't play Java Edition that much because my Java Edition account got hacked. It got hacked. So I didn't have, for like, I don't know, for like, probably like 7 years, I just didn't have a Java account. I technically do have one now, but for a long time I didn't. I'm gonna put these back. Actually, let's maybe half that. I want to get an iron sword because we have this stone one, which whatever, I can just destroy it. And I want to get an iron sword, and I want to get a pick. I have a diamond pickaxe somewheres that we're going to take with us. I think it's... Yeah, here it is. Diamond pickaxe. Oh, we should also make some torches. Because, yeah, we're going to go to the unexplored lands. That's the plan anyways. Okay, iron sword. Okay, I'm happy to take the rest of that with us. Do I have the stuff to make a bed? I might. Yes, I do. Okay. Let's make a bed just to take with us. I don't know if I'll actually use it with anything, but I'd rather have one than, you know, not have one. So, spawn in this world is over that way. I spawned right next to a very small cherry blossom biome. Spawn is crazy in this world because underneath is this massive cave system, these giant openings. It's absolutely wild, spawn. So I'm just going to kind of ignore it today because I've already done some exploring in spawn. So it's not exactly my top priority. And then this other direction, I have not been to at all. I have not been past... Because again, we're not far from spawn. So I have not been over this way. So let's go see what's over here. I want to find some caves, because we're looking for trial chambers. Trial chambers, I don't know. I heard people say they were rare, but now, or at least leading up to the update coming out, I heard people say trial chambers are actually real. Let's make some armor. Actually, let's go back. Let's make some iron armor. I heard people say that trial chambers were really rare. But now that the update is out, I've actually heard they're pretty common. Like, they're not like when I hear, oh, a structure is rare, I think Woodland Mansion. Because Woodland Mansions are pretty rare. But no, these aren't Woodland Mansion rare. They're more, you know, comparable to, like, Nether fortresses or Piglin outposts. Yeah, they're rare, but they're not, like, super duper impossible to find rare. Okay, there's some iron armor. I do most definitely want that, because we're getting our ass kicked. If we need to make another shield, we can make one while we're out there. I maybe should have made a diamond sword. We'll get to it when we get to it. So yeah, that's the setup for today. And then once we come back after our big old grand adventure, my goal is to do, we'll do that crafter achievement. I don't know how you craft a crafter. Like, I don't know what ingredients make a crafter. But we'll figure it out and we'll do that. We'll craft a crafter. We'll get enough ingredients to make 2 crafters. Hopefully it doesn't require us to have, like, fucking end rods or something like that. Like some end game item. But if it does, then, okay, maybe we won't be able to do that one. But we'll figure it out. So yeah, these are lands unexplored. I have never been over here. I don't know what is over here. But we're looking for caves. That's the big thing. We're looking for caves because we need to go underground. I've been around spawn, and I'm sure there's one near spawn. Like, I'm convinced there is. I just haven't had any luck finding it. Okay, that's a pretty shitty cave. Yeah. So, we do actually have a... So, on top of, you know, us going around in Minecraft, I do actually have a few news stories for us tonight. Here we go. Here's a cave. I'm also going to keep picking up iron, because we need it. I do have a few news stories. Let's see here. What do I got? We have the Xbox Showcase. The Xbox Games Showcase was earlier this week. I did do a live reaction to it. But, you know, we do also... We're going to talk about a few things anyways. So we have that. I'm surprised this doesn't reach. This isn't... That's not too far down. So we have the Xbox Showcase. We have the Among Us stuff that we'll talk about that may be hinting at the next Nintendo Direct. Ooh, wink, wink, hint, hint. Also, I should say difficulty. We're playing on easy. At least we're supposed to be playing on easy. Because some of the people who are playing this aren't that good at Minecraft. And there's nothing wrong with being on easy difficulty. I will say, I stand by the Bedrock edition of Minecraft is harder than Java edition. Because of two... Well, I know people don't like Java's combat with like sword slashes and whatnot. But Bedrock's big problem is how health regeneration works. You don't just regenerate health. It, like, you eat food. Because right now, I'm not regenerating health. I'll eat a piece of food. I'll regenerate 2 hearts. And then it'll lower my food, and I'm going to have to eat more to regenerate more health. Health regeneration in Bedrock sucks. And as a result, it makes the game a lot harder. At least in my opinion. Also, skeletons are pretty annoying. Shields aren't as easy to use because you have to crouch to use them. It's a whole mess. Yeah, this, like, I'm on easy difficulty. It does not feel like it. If I didn't know I was on easy, I would say I'm on hard. Because Java, I think Bedrock Edition is just harder. Of course, now that we're wearing armor, you know, that helps a lot. Okay, so what was I saying? Among Us? There's been an Among Us leak. We're gonna talk about it, obviously, because, you know, Among Us leaks is interesting, because it may have something to do with the Nintendo Direct. We've got Yacht Club Games. Yacht Club Games had their annual Yacht Club Presents earlier today. I have not watched it. But we're going to watch it. I'm hopeful for Mina the Hollower stuff, because I really do hope that game comes out this year. It might not, but you know, I can dream. And then after that, we have a few things on WIBE, because we did basically no WIBE last week. Or, you know, we did a real quick one, and a bunch of it got muted, and that sucks. So we do have a short WIBE. And then after that, we'll talk about Inside Out, because Inside Out 2 released, and unlike most other movies, I have seen it. Yeah, I hate fighting skeletons in Java, or in Bedrock. They're just the worst. In Soul Sand Valleys. Soul Sand Valleys are just so filled with skeletons that it just sucks to go. It sucks. The Nether sucks. Man, like, I like the Nether update. I think it did some cool stuff. But it's not fun to go to the Nether anymore. It just really isn't. So yeah, so let's, I guess, start off with the Xbox Showcase. So the Xbox showcase was on Sunday this week. You know, a lot of people had a lot of things to be excited about, and I personally wasn't very excited. You know, there are some things that I know people are interested in, and, you know, for those people, you know, good for them. But for me personally, there just wasn't that much here that really, like, stood out, that I thought was, like, real interesting. So I wasn't actually too impressed with the Xbox showcase. I don't know if I'm the minority on that or not. I've mostly seen people be very positive about it. But then again, you know, you can never actually know. Come on, come on. Okay, we gotta get away. Okay, this sucks. We're being barraged by like 5 skeletons right now. We are poisoned. Like I said, Bedrock Edition's fucking brutal. And God, mob spawn in just the littlest bit of darkness. Like, we were just over there, and now they're already back. How is this poison still going? Okay, Xbox Showcase. Everyone liked it. At least from what I've seen, people really liked it. I was not too impressed, personally. I didn't actually think the Xbox Showcase was that great. But I kind of seem to be not alone on that. I'm just, you know, there was nothing that really appealed to me that much. I think the big thing with me, personally, when it comes to the Xbox Showcase, is that out of all the games announced... See, if this was Java Edition, I would be at full health again. Health just regenerates so fucking slow on Bedrock Edition. This is the worst. So, the thing is, out of all the games announced, I will at most play like 3 of them. That's the other thing. Like, you know, Summer Games Fest kind of has the exact same problem. Like, yeah, Summer Games Fest announced a bunch of games, but at most I'll play like 3 of them. And that, you know, that kind of, like, I want to play more than that, but, you know, you just got to be realistic. You know, I have a job. I don't have time anymore to play games. At least as much as I used to. So, right, being able to sit down and play everything I want to, just... that's not how it works anymore. Well, I'd love to play, you know, more stuff. That's just not gonna happen. So, what are some stuff I do actually like? I think it was called South of Midnight? It's south of something. South of Midnight. It's Compulsion Games. It's a very stylized game, which I think is very interesting, right? It's got a very unique art style. This was the one with, right, all the gators and the swamp. It seems very interesting. I think we got some good gameplay demo here. Look at that. Look how many fucking mobs there are on Easy Edition. So yeah, South of Midnight I think looks interesting. Will I actually play it? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. It's one of those things where it really depends on if it's coming to... Oh, that's a ruin... Oh, that looks neat. I love how that's lit, right? With the... Oh, shit. Oh, shit. With the waterfall in the background. Yeah, no, South of Midnight looks interesting. It's just I don't know if I'll actually end up playing it. Let's see, what else? We got Black Ops 6. I do not give a shit about Call of Duty. I've said this before. It did come out, interestingly enough, that I guess Black Ops 6 is like 600 gigabytes. Or not 600, 300. That's, if you buy a brand new Xbox Series X, 300 gigabytes is 1/3 of that console's entire storage. Could you imagine using 1/3 of your entire console on a single Call of Duty game? That is wild to me. But no, that's, I guess, what they've done. All that storage for a single Call of Duty game. I have since heard some complications about that. That no, the game isn't actually 600 gigabytes. It's actually much closer to like... It's less than that, because all that 300... I keep saying 600. That 300 gigabytes, I guess, also includes... Call of Duty Warzone stuff. Which, you know, Call of Duty Warzone takes up a lot more space. So, yeah. But it still comes down to that same problem Call of Duty has. They just don't compress their games. Call of Duty games just don't have any game compression. And as it, right, like, I think of, like, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are, like, 6 gigabytes. Like, they're relatively pretty small. Oh my god, everything's here right now. We're getting teamed up on by a witch. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no. Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are like 600 gigs. Or, Breath of the Wild is 6... I don't know why I keep saying 600. Breath of the Wild is like 6 gigs. Really, you fuckers followed me down here? I see diamond. So that's just, Call of Duty refuses to compress their games, and that's what's causing these games to have such large sizes, is this refusal to compress. But no, 300, because I want to say Modern Warfare, or whatever the most recent game was, like over 100 gigs. So this at 600 does not at all surprise me. Sadly, it does not surprise me at all. Because, God, that's just kind of the entertainment industry nowadays. Let's see, what else? We got some new information on Indiana Jones. We got to see some gameplay of, like, a snowy region. Where they're on this battleship that I really hope you have to, like, run from as it, like, falls off the mountain. I think that'll be really cool. So, yeah. That's an amethyst geode. So, yeah. God, this is the wrong night to be playing Minecraft. God, I'm so fucking distracted. We should not be caving right now. I guess that's the better thing. We should not be. We should be drilling holes through the Nether. Oh, this is a really shitty geode. Ooh. Yeah, there's not even a crystal here. Let's see. The new Doom game looks great. You know, I actually want to replay Doom 2016 now and then play Doom Eternal. Because I've never actually played Doom Eternal. So now I kind of want to play Doom Eternal. Because, you know, I've never played it. God, we have almost gone through our entire stash of food. Holy shit, you go through food so fucking fast in Bedrock. Because again, every 2 hearts is a piece of food. Like, I would honestly rather have, if back in Minecraft beta 1.7, there was no food bar, and instead, food would recover hearts. You know, kind of like, you know, it would recover, food recovered hearts. So, right, like a pork chop was 2.5 hearts, and you just got it instantly. I would honestly take that to what Bedrock Edition has for how it does food. Because how it does food is just awful. I know Mojang is big on, like, their parity, making sure, you know, both versions of the game feel the same. They do not feel the same. This feels awful. And it kind of reminds me of why I kind of hate this version. Even though it is the one I've put the most time into. I'm going crazy. The new Doom game looks fantastic. As a lot of people have pointed out, the main composer of the previous game kind of got ousted from the company over them refusing to pay him. So that kind of sucks for the new game. Come on. You know what I was trying to do there. But yeah, so the music is definitely different, but other than that, the new Doom game looks great. The Doom games are fantastic. They're really good. They're a lot of fun. If you've never played a Doom game, Doom 2016 is like a perfect one to start with. It's an easy recommendation from me. Let's just go back around that way. Yeah, no, Doom 2016 is great. And I've never played Doom Eternal, but I kind of want to now. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, you know, I should play Doom Eternal, because, you know, it might be great. It could be. Let's see, what else? Avowed. So, one of the things about Avowed is it's a game that comes out later this year, and I was surprised that they didn't give it a release date. Because it's supposedly, like, right around the corner. So I would think, like, yeah, you know, give it a release date. But no, they didn't. Much to my surprise. But later, like, on Sunday, they put out, like, an official, like, press statement for Avowed. And in that press statement, they revealed that the game is probably coming out November 12th. Of course, you know, that's subject to change. The game could be delayed. But at the moment, yeah, it's coming out November 12th. God, look at this. It's beautiful. The new caves may suck, but they're still beautiful. But yeah, no, right now, Avowed comes out, supposedly, November 12th. Which, I don't think that's a bad release date. You know, it's kind of in the middle of everything else. It makes sense. God, this cave is just massive. So yeah, Avowed. We got some Diablo stuff, some World of Warcraft. Yeah, I'm still reading chat. I'm kind of looking at it. I don't know, I'm panicking. I am panicking pretty fiercely. Because, God, look at all this stuff I gotta deal with. Please, 2. Ooh, diamonds. Why are you heading in? I don't know why you went over here, but I'm gonna... Oh, that's why I went over here. Let's see. Dragon Age. We got some gameplay for the new Assassin's Creed. I don't care. Like, I used to love Assassin's Creed, man. Those games used to be so good. And they just kind of rode it into the ground. And now I just can't be bothered. That sucks. Anything back here? No. Let's head back. Perfect Dark. I've heard behind the scenes, I have heard a lot of bad things about this new Perfect Dark game. That there are some... That basically the game's in development hell, and it's not the only one. There are a lot of games in development hell, sadly. The first thing that comes to mind is that new Wonder Woman game. Supposedly it ain't going well. But yeah, no, if it's in development hell, that sucks. Because, you know, I want it to be good. You know, it's a new studio. They're doing something new. You know, I don't want it to be a failure. But it's more and more looking like it's probably going to be. But, you know, people were impressed by this, you know, trailer that I don't actually think is a very good trailer. I do not think this showed off what the game is actually going to be. The new Perfect Dark. Exposition 33, I guess I've seen people say it's like the sleeper hit of this conference. Like, nobody's really talking about it, but it's actually good. Like, there have been people who either played it or, you know what the gameplay is like to be like, yeah, no, this is going to be a good game. It's just, you know, a sleeper hit. Let's see, what else? State of Decay 3, I do not care about. I have no idea who plays State of Decay. Like, I was always personally a 7 Days to Die fan. But somebody out there is playing it, because why else do they keep making these games? Because they do. Oh boy, howdy do they. Enderman just fell out of nowhere. Metal Gear Solid 5 Delta. Did my sword break or did I throw it? It must have broke. There's no way I threw it. We can make a new one. I can go hide away and make a new one. Oh, look, some more diamonds. We should use some of these diamonds to make a diamond sword. I wish they weren't all veins of one. Oh, just a slime. So yeah, but yeah, Metal Gear Solid Delta looks fine. You know, I've admittedly never played a Metal Gear Solid game, so I'm not a good judge on these sorts of things. But people who do know what they're talking about, you know, say it looks good. So, you know, I'll trust them. Because, like, what other choice do I have? Let's see. Atomfall. This game reminded me of We Happy Few because of the British setting. But it's literally just Fallout in Britain. Which I know for some people that seems very enticing. You know, Fallout in the United Kingdom sounds like it could be a lot of fun. So, yeah. No Clockwork Revolution in this showcase. Which, I mean... Oh, I ran out of torches as well. So yeah, no Clockwork... Which, that's another game that would not surprise me if it's kind of stuck in the shitter. Okay, something's shooting me from all directions right now. Oh, it's you. God, we're in so much trouble. Let's see. Sea of Thieves is getting another update. The fact that they're still updating Sea of Thieves kind of blows my mind. It's into its, like, 12th season. That is not a game I would have guessed would have made it to 12 seasons. It does not exactly seem like that great of a game. God, I'm always just a little too late with that shield. Oh, come on. We're almost out of food. Come on! God damn it, why are there so many skeletons? That's our last... We went through almost half a stack of bread. Oh my god, what a nightmare. You know, we really should not be playing Minecraft right now. Like, for what I want to do and how this is all going... We should not... Or at least we shouldn't be cave exploring. We should be drilling our way through the Nether like a fucking champ. Which is how we used to do things. In the before times. Anything else from the Xbox showcase? That winter game? What was it called? Where is it? I fucking hear it. Cocksucker. What is it called? Winter's Burrow? That seems fine. You know, it's another, like, what's that game called? Don't Starve. That seems fine. Yeah, anything else from the Xbox? I swear there was, like, one other thing. Let me look through the list real quick. Xbox games, Perfect Dark, Diablo Stalker. Age of Mythology is another, like, I could see that game also being, like, a sleeper hit. Because it's just weird enough that I could see that having, like, a really, like, niche appeal. I don't know what it is about that one, but it's weird. And, you know, I like weird. Alright, we need to just sit back, eat some of this zombie flesh, and recover our health. Ooh, some iron. Fallout's getting a new update, allowing you to finally play as a ghoul. That's one of those features that has been long awaited. Because it mainly surprises me that it's never happened before. Yeah, that's... And, of course, they ended off with Gears of War. I'll be honest, I'm not a Gears of War fan. Never really have been, if I'm being honest. Like, it's never really been a series that appeals to me. I know some people really like it, but nah, it's never really been my thing. And Fable, same thing. Like, I know a little bit about Fable 3, but other than that, it's never really been my thing. God, we've gone through half of our armor. I really should double check to see if we're on easy. I know we are, but God, it's one of those things that I really should double check. We're so fucked if we find a mob camp. Like, we're so screwed. We're so screwed getting back as well. But yeah, no, overall, there's just nothing that really appealed to me in the Xbox showcase. Like, that's kind of all I gotta say about it. Like, I want to like it more than I actually do. So, yeah. Yeah, I guess that's all I gotta say about the Xbox showcase. I should change my face to angry. God, I'm getting so annoyed with this game. So next up, let's talk about Among Us. Oh, actually, wait. One last thing with the Xbox showcase. So, in the Xbox showcase, Deck 9 revealed a sequel to Life is Strange. Life is Strange Double Exposure. It follows up with Max Caulfield, the protagonist of the original Life is Strange game. Seems interesting, right? I like that idea of, you know, bringing back Max. I do like the character. But something I completely forgot about at the time, but was brought up to me after the Xbox showcase. is the fact that Deck 9 was recently had a bunch of implications brought up against it. Toxic work environment. People were trying to sneak Nazi imagery into the game. Luckily that was stopped. But, right, all sorts of terrible information has come out about Deck 9. And as far as we know, that studio culture hasn't really changed. Right, the workplace abuse, the Nazi extremism, the sexism, that kind of sucks, you know, because I want to be excited for a new Life is Strange. I think we're fine. I liked the last one, or the original. I never played Before the Storm. I have no idea if it's good or not. But right, I want to be excited for a new one. But with everything that seems to be happening at Deck 9, there's just kind of no good way to be excited for a new Life is Strange. Because it looks like nothing has changed at Deck 9. And if nothing's changed, well, who knows what's going on over there. And that sucks. That sucks, nobody wants that. Kind of like Ubisoft, right? Like, I hope one day Ubisoft, changes their studio culture. I think I got that diamond. I don't think that diamond was exploded, but it might have been. Yeah, no, that's just one, I forgot, I honestly forgot about all the Deck 9 stuff at the time. Because I remember reading the articles about it and, right, the bad things that were going on. Mostly the Nazi imagery stuff. I remember that very specifically. So it's just one of those stories that sucks to hear about. And I really hope things got better. Or things do get better. Oh, good. You're right behind me. So now let's talk about Among Us. So, I don't know, like a few days ago, an Among Us thing happened where on their website on YouTube, they put out a trailer for the next Among Us update. Okay, cool, new Among Us. Sure, who doesn't like Among Us? But I guess as part of that new trailer, it had a release date of June 18th, and then the trailer was taken down. Right, the trailer was put up. It ends with, like, a dropping available today, June 18th. And that was it. And, of course, speculation immediately came out. Like, wait, this trailer... And, like, the trailer was taken down. So, clearly, it was put up early on accident. What's important about June 18th? Because there was no Among Us at Summer Games Fest, which, sometimes there is. But you know where Among Us has been showing up a lot recently? Nintendo Directs. Among Us was at the most recent Nintendo Direct. So, of course, that got people speculating, what if Among Us says, hey, it's available today, June 18th, is because this Among Us trailer was supposed to be in the next Nintendo Direct, and it got, dropped early on accident. Which, did I say November? June. So later, like next week, right? Next week, next Tuesday. And yeah, no, that makes sense because, hey, guess what? My prediction for the Nintendo Direct date has been between June 18th and June 20th, right? I personally, I would guess June 19th. Normally Nintendo would do stuff like that. But Juneteenth is a holiday, so that's probably why they aren't doing it. So if they do it, either on the 18th, that makes a lot of sense. I get how June 18th could be the release date. I think that's a logical release date. So I think, yeah, more likely than not, the Nintendo Direct might have just been leaked, and it might be coming out on this day. If you want more evidence, kind of, maybe... not Among Us. Fall Guys, the game, you know, everybody's used to be really fun game. Now we all kind of hate it because it sold out. Selling out even really a thing anymore? Either way, Fall Guys sucks nowadays. I don't want it to, but it does suck. Well, Fall Guys' next update also comes out June 18th. And while Fall Guys doesn't have, like, that Nintendo Direct history, just because they don't have it doesn't mean they can't be like, hey, guess what? New Fall Guys thing on June 18th, and it gets shown at a Nintendo Direct. I mean, we know Nintendo has a working relationship with Epic. Not enough, of course, to actually do anything with it. But, you know, a relationship's a relationship. You know, something's better than nothing. So I think, it's totally possible that the new Fall Guys and Among Us comes out June 18th. And that's also the date of the Nintendo Direct. I totally I wouldn't write that out. So yeah, that's kind of, that. It's really just one piece of evidence, but it's a pretty big piece of evidence. So I get why everybody's talking about it. Like, I get how that's kind of like a big deal. That, hey, guess what? New Among Us. Luckily, these guys are easy to deal with. I've actually had some pretty good pearl luck so far. Well, let's make our last 12 torches. Is that, I'm assuming that's in-game lightning. That has to be in-game lightning, because the only other sound that reminds me of is like a minecart. There's no way that was a minecart. Yeah, that was a lightning strike. Okay, that's kind of horrifying, but whatevs. Oh, hey, look, we missed this earlier. Yeah, so do I have any other Nintendo Direct predictions? Well, now that the Nintendo Direct has happened, or now that the Xbox Showcase has happened, and Silksong wasn't there, it really does feel like the last day we'll be able to see Silksong is at the Nintendo Direct. That if Silksong isn't at the Nintendo Direct, then I'm pretty sure it's safe to assume that Silksong doesn't exist. I swear, if the Nintendo Direct doesn't announce the next console, I'm going to lose it. It'll be a Switch Direct. The Nintendo Direct will not... I can guarantee you with 100% certainty that the Nintendo Direct will not announce the Switch 2. And I can guarantee that because Nintendo has already come out and said that the next Nintendo Direct will not announce the Switch 2. They have already said that. So no, the Switch 2 will be announced in October. As someone who can see the future, the Switch 2 will be announced in October. I can tell you that right now. I just don't know if Nintendo's going to have any games. Man, because we're near the end of the Switch's lifespan. They could release a bunch of stuff, or they could realistically reveal nothing. Like, honestly, anything is kind of possible. Of course, I'd want something. Yeah. Like, I'd love... Yeah, a new Animal Crossing, but I don't think we get a new Animal Crossing until we get Switch 2. Which is at least another year away, if not more. Okay, I don't want to go up there. Yeah, no, we've still got a while to go until Switch 2. We are at the end of the Switch's lifespan, but Nintendo's going to still wait until October to reveal it. Which, you know, I don't want them to, but That's just kind of how the cookie crumbles. Okay, let me do some maths real quick. Did we go up there? Let's try going up there. Well, actually, okay, let's take one last look up here. And then we do have a Yacht Club's game showcase to watch. God. Oh my god. I just look at this and I'm like, no. Honestly, but I'd rather deal with zombies than skeletons. I'd rather be dealing with a dozen zombies than, like, 3 skeletons. Shit! Shit! Okay, let's grab a bunch of food, and then we'll just head back. That's kind of all we can do right now. I hope most of that didn't fall in the lava. God, and I saw that death coming. Like, all those skeletons were up there. They have really good knockback, those skeletons. So, like, I knew we were in trouble. But I was like, oh, you know, they get killed in, like, 2.5 hits. So I was like, oh, 2.5 hits, you know, we could go up. Then the second skeleton appeared. And by that point, it was just too late. I don't even remember where the fuck we were. Oh my god. Tonight is a mess. I really should not be caving. But we gotta find a trial chamber. And I'm not dealing with fucking cartographer villagers. That sounds like a nightmare. Okay, we're gonna go recover our stuff. We're gonna watch the Yacht Club game showcase. And yeah. I do not remember where. I know there's a hole somewheres around here that has all of our stuff down in it. We just gotta find the entrance to that hole. Did we go more this way? Yeah, was it right here? Yeah, this is right. Okay. Down. Did we go? We must have went this way. It's crazy how even like the small dark places still spawned a bunch of enemies. And then we come down here. We ride this water down this way somewheres. And then that's the waterfall that has our stuff at the bottom. Alright, that's not too bad. And we have bread now. We should have grabbed some coal. Okay, the diamonds didn't burn up. Yeah, anything that fell off the edge there is gone. The diamond pickaxe didn't burn up. The armor didn't. This shield has been a fucking champion. I don't entirely know how. We did lose something. Hey, Love No, how you doing? Yeah, we definitely did lose something in there, but I couldn't tell you what. God, see, look at that. They just fucking gang up on you, and that's it. You can't get close because they can double tap you so quick. God, I would rather deal with 10 zombies than 2 skeletons. They're the worst. And we're out of coal. Fuck. Glow Squid Ink, can we make torches out of you? We have to go back up to get coal. Okay, I guess let's head back up, see if we can find some coal. Yeah, skeletons suck, especially here in Bedrock Edition, man. They're the worst. Okay, we do have a thing to watch. So, any coal veins, like, right around here? Okay, I see some up there. No, wait, that's iron. Coal? Any coal? Oh, I kind of completely forgot about that. Did we lose our spyglass? No, I did lose my spyglass. Oh, I loved that stupid thing. I guess we're probably... Oh, here's some coal. I was going to say we're probably too high for coal. Or too low still. Because Man, I like 1.8, 1.18, or, yeah, whichever update added the cave changes. I do overall feel like it's a good update. But some of the... Man, they just made coal and iron so rare. And that sucks. Especially because you need coal when you're deep down in the mines. And of course, where does coal spawn? At like Y70 is like the best place to find it. I know that's exaggeration, but still. Did I lose all my wood? I did. Alright, so these are our last 40 torches. If we find nothing, then we're screwed. Okay. But, just so that I know we're safe, before we do that, we have a thing to watch. Yes. God, I just get distracted so easily. So, Yacht Club Games... There we go. Yacht Club Games have their yearly Nintendo Direct presentation thing. And it was earlier today. I did not watch it. So we're just going to watch it now. See what they have to talk about. If you don't know, Yacht Club Games are the Shovel Knight people. They made Shovel Knight. They made Mean of the Hall. They made Shovel Knight. They made Cyber Shadow. That's the name I was looking for. And then they made Mean of the Hollower, which is currently in development. And I'm really hoping we get a release date, because it's supposed to come out this year. I want to say when they did the Kickstarter, they said 2024. So I would love to get something like that. Alright. Oh, and it's also their 10-year anniversary. Alright, tell me if you can... Once it actually loads here. Make sure to tell me you can hear it, because I have no idea. Come on. Oh, there we go. Of course, the second I click it.
Hello, everyone. I'm Sean Velasco, designer at Yacht.
Okay, good.
Can you believe it? It's been 10 incredible years.
10 years is crazy.
First graced our screens, and 10 amazing years of Yacht Club games.
Because I first picked up Shovel Knight on the 3DS. That's when I started with the game.
It all began with our successful Kickstarter campaign.
And yeah, that was 2014.
Which set the stage for the release
Wild.
of Shovel Knight. Our love letter to classic games.
I do. Shovel Knight's one of my favorite games of all time. I love this game so much. Yep. I also had the game on Wii U. Shovel Knight might be the most bought game I own. I have bought that game like 5 times.
And bringing Shovel Knight into the real world with the
I also do have its amiibo.
Launched several new games, starting with Plague of Shadows.
God, I love these games.
Spectre of Torment, each introducing fresh gameplay and deeper
Shovel Knight on my
stories
3DS
for
as a kid.
respective heroes. In 2019,
it was hard. It was a hard game, but like
Shovel
once
Knight
it clicks, it clicks.
King of Cards and Shovel
My
Knight
favorite campaign though is Plague of
After catching
Shadows.
our breath, we decided to explore novel genres with the dungeon-crawling puzzler Shovel Knight Pocket Dungeon and the roguelike platformer.
I've still never played Shovel Knight Dig.
Each accompanied by their
I
own
own it. I
DLC
bought it on
that are still
sale.
taking shape to this
I've
day.
never touched
Most
it.
recently, we ventured into an all-new world of adventure with Mina the Hollower.
I'm
continuing
come
our
on.
tradition of
I am so
classic
excited for this.
perfect games. And rest assured, there's even more on the horizon. Thank you for being a part of this
Come
amazing
on.
decade. Or
Give us a release. I'm hopeful, man. Even if it's like November. I'll take a November release date.
As strong as ever. Today, we have lots of cool news to share with you. First up, some updates for our released games.
Oh.
Hi, I'm Sandy Gordon, an
I
artist.
should
and
play
Yacht Club
Dig at
games.
some point.
If you aren't familiar with Shovel Knight Dig, here's the scoop. This roguelike platformer, developed in collaboration with our talented friends at Nitrome, is a classic adventure filled with endless digging fun. You'll tunnel through beautifully crafted,
I used to
ever-changing
love
levels,
Nitrome games.
collect powerful gear,
They used to make so many fun little Flash games.
foes and bosses. Alongside the base game, we've been hard at work crafting not one, but 2 exhilarating free DLC packs. Let's take a quick look back at our first DLC, Shovel Knight Dig.
See, I didn't even know this existed.
This expansion
A DLC
introduced
pack?
Nightmare Mode, where Shovel Knight and Black Knight work together to investigate the evil brewing in the depths. On top of that, there was new music added, along with numerous quality of life improvements. But
Oh
that's
God,
not
Shovel
all we
Knight
have in
music is
store
so
for
good.
players wishing for even more content.
Wicked Wishes. Yeah, no, I need to play this game at some point. Because I played Pocket Dungeon, which was like a puzzle game, and I was just really bad at Pocket Dungeon. Like, that game kicked my ass. Oh, Shield Knight! Shield Knight's here! Okay, later this summer. Yeah, no, I think Pocket Dungeon looks good. I just need to play
dive
it.
back into the depths with that incredible trailer for Shovel Knight Dig, Wicked Wishes. As you've just seen, this latest expansion introduces even more rip-roaring challenges, a myriad of new missions, and plenty of mischief to discover in Shovel Knight Dig. Your new adventure begins as you step into the Hoofman's Guild Hall, a secret hideout where elite quest seekers and their illustrious patrons converge. Climb the ranks within the guild by undertaking their thrilling challenges, collect powerful relics and buffs, face new bosses and enemies, and unravel the mysteries encircling the impeccably dressed horse and his top adventurer, the Guild Arc. But be careful what you wish for. Wicked consequences await you in the well. In addition to this epic quest line, we've added exciting mini-games, memento keepsakes to collect, secret locations to discover, and some brand new tunes. We've also added the
As a
finishing
kid, I
touches
used
on the
to
game
just stare
by
at the
rebalancing the algorithm
case for
and
Shovel Knight
implementing
because the
over
character
100
looks
bug
cool.
fixes.
Oh yeah, the
tweaks,
character
and
design is
localization
fantastic.
improvements. This should make for a much smoother descent for all players in the well. Wicked Wishes marks the completion of
I mean,
Shovel Knight Dig.
look at
Now that
Waluigi
everything is
there.
polished to perfection, if you haven't
It's
had the
okay. It's a
chance to
fusion
check
of
it out,
Wario and
now's the
Waluigi,
perfect time
but
to
still.
dive into the depths and enjoy the fully realized adventure. We also have some fantastic news for all our dedicated fans. Shovel Knight Dig is coming to Xbox and PlayStation.
Okay.
Thank you all for your patience. And our
I'm
labors
surprised
support.
it wasn't
Beyond
already,
excited for you to delve in.
because I know
Next
it's on
up,
Switch. I own it
time
on
to pocket
Switch.
those shovels and dive
I
into
want
the
to say it's
maze
also a
of the
mobile
Pocket
game.
Dungeon.
That sounds right.
If you're new to the Pocket Dungeon, it's a delightful blend of roguelike action.
I just
fast-paced,
suck at this
match-free
game.
mechanics.
Like,
Each run
I've
offers a
tried to
unique
play
challenge
it,
as players
and
approach
I'm
the
just
treasure
really
trove of
bad
powerful
at
relics
it.
and items while navigating levels chock full of enemies and gems. You'll take
'Cause it is
control of
also
your
a
favorite
roguelite.
heroes from the Shovel Knight universe, each with unique powers and playstyles, and delve into the dungeon a variety of ways with adventure mode, 2-player competitive versus mode, a daily challenge, and much more. In our last Yacht Club Presents, we announced that we were going to release an expansive slate of 3 DLC packs. We've kept true to that promise, and we're really excited to share what we've added since then. Let's take a peek at our first DLC, the Puzzlers Pack. This initial DLC expanded Pocket Dungeon, introducing playable Puzzle Knight, the enigmatic Castle
I think I remember
Refract
the last time
new
they did one of these
character-specific
Yacht Club
abilities
Directs.
for
They talked
every
about this.
character, and Mr. Hat's fancy shop filled to the brim with game-changing headpieces.
Look at all those
But
hats.
guess what? We're not stopping
That's actually
there.
very funny.
We've got a new update that can totally transform your game, the Paradox Pack.
Ooh. I'm actually surprised they weren't already a playable character. How are some of these not already stages? I don't know. I should give this game another shot. But I'm probably not going to. Not anytime soon. I'd much rather pick up Dig. Music is fantastic, though.
Wow, that Paradox Pack trailer really sets the stage for some crazy new adventures. We've added mod support exclusively for the PC version of the game.
Probably
This
like
lets
6
players
months.
create and share their own modifications or download
I don't know.
them
Last
from
week we did add a new emotion. We added
Fresh
boredom.
characters have also joined
Because,
the program.
God, I'm so bored.
Natural powers
When will Summer Games
using
Fest
her
end?
to attack in all
God,
directions
why was that
with
show
top
2
Chester,
hours?
our beloved traveling
Yeah, we added this new I added this new emotion specifically for Summer Games Fest.
DLC also expands the game with brand new stages, the Lost City and Explodatorium. Players can discover a variety of side rooms with new challenges, items, and even some familiar faces. We've also unearthed a trove of new relics and items to aid you in your quest, over a dozen in all. Finally, for those who
Okay,
love
we're gonna
digging
talk about
deeper,
Inside Out 2
this
today.
DLC includes
Oh yeah, I
secret
remember.
cheat
We got to
codes
talk about
to
that.
take your
We'll do it in a
gameplay
little bit.
experience to the depths of indulgence. We hope
'Cause,
you
yeah, that
enjoy
was one of
solving
the new
Pocket
emotions,
Dungeon's
boredom.
expanding mysteries, and we're excited to announce that we'll keep the fun rolling with one last epic DLC. This final free update will bring long-awaited online support. Get ready to battle it out with friends and foes worldwide.
Again, I'm kind of
Stay
surprised
tuned for
online
more
support
details.
wasn't already in the
If you
game.
haven't had a chance to play either of Shovel Knight's newest adventures,
Oh, see, they're
don't
both
fret.
50%
For
off.
a limited time, Shovel Knight Dig and Pocket Dungeon will be 50% off on all participating platforms.
I don't even know. Summer Games Fest it's E3. It's, when all the video game studios come together to show off their new games. and it's boring. Jeff Keighley does a big show, and it's so boring. It's so long, and it's so boring.
With a sweet t-shirt. You can pre-order yours right now on the Yacht Club Games merch store. It's available for a limited time, so delve in before it's gone.
Yacht Club Games has always been about shoveling Shovel Knight into as many products as possible. In honor of that, we've signed some fantastic new
it's
merchandise
true.
partners we'd like to introduce to you. We've been
I just have the
hard at work
amiibo.
collaborating with Insert Coin to develop a high-quality line of
Shovel Knight's making NFTs.
Anticipate an exciting journey ahead.
That was a joke.
Collaborate with Sanchi to produce an array of thoughtful and fun lifestyle products. Now let's take a look at some updated
Those are
from yesteryear.
That's really
In
weird, but
2016, we released the Shovel Knight official Design Works art book, containing 100.
I like the idea of a Shovel Knight rug, because I think I saw rugs.
And collaborations.
That would be very
While
funny.
the version was complete at the time, there has been many additions to the Shovel Knight
The
series
Sonic
since
Shadow
then.
Generations.
We're teaming up with Udon once again to release a new 10th anniversary art book, complete with 100
Ooh.
new pages of content and a hardcover.
Ooh,
upgrade.
that sounds
This
interesting.
version adds the art from Spectre of Torment, King of Cards, Shovel Knight Showdown, Shovel Knight Pocket Dungeon, and Shovel Knight Dig.
Yeah, that's really
We'll
neat.
also have a 10-year look
Oh,
back.
giving us more information on the. I'm surprised we didn't get a trailer for the Sonic movie at Summer Games Fest.
Akira Kitamura
Because we
and
know
Satoshi Ariga
Keanu Reeves
are
is in
joining
it.
forces to bring their iconic design talents to our anniversary edition vinyls cover art.
I knew they were
This
doing
vinyl is
vinyl.
being
I don't know why
released for the
everyone's
first
doing
time
vinyls
ever,
now.
and we can't wait to share
Because,
the
like,
collector's
I just
item.
can't bring myself to get
In
into
the meantime,
vinyls.
Kitamura-san drew this art in celebration
Oh,
of
God,
the
that
10th
looks so
anniversary.
nice.
Our friends at Fangamer are working
Yeah,
on
Keanu Reeves, the Shadow the
familiar
Hedgehog.
faves with a twist.
Ooh!
Keep an eye out on their social.
Oh my God, I
or newsletter
love that
for a golden
placemat.
surprise coming your
Oh
way
shit, that's
soon.
so cool.
Hear ye, hear ye. A new plush will be making his royal debut
I don't care about
later
a King
this
Knight
year,
plush.
thanks to our friends over
Yeah,
at
Keanu
WIBE
Reeves, the Shadow the
Studios.
Hedgehog in the movie.
Keep your plush
That's all we know.
cozy
We don't have a
as
trailer or
the
anything.
world begins. Over the years, Shovel Knight hasn't just dug through his own
I wish he was a playable character in
This
Super
man
Smash
named for
Bros.
himself in
That would have been
other
so
worlds,
cool.
too. With over 50 cameos to date, our valiant
He is the
hero
most
has been
cameoed
kept
character.
busy night. As
He's
we
in
celebrate
Dead
the 10th
Cells?
anniversary of Shovel Knight,
I've never
we're
unlocked him in
excited
Dead
to announce
Cells.
that our developer friends have brought back some of our most memorable collaborations for a limited time.
He's in
Shovel
Brawl-
Knight is
yeah.
returning to For Honor.
Oh,
for a
who
one-week
cares about
feature
For
on
Honor?
July 18th. Players will be able to dig into
I don't-
Shovel Knight-themed content.
That's
each
still a
featuring
game that
tournaments,
exists
mood effects,
For
symbols,
Honor?
and more. Our favorite bean-shaped boys are bringing the
I
big
do have his
back
Shovel
for
Knight skin.
1 week. Pick up the Shovel Knight costume in Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout on June
Is it?
26th.
I don't know. I did
know
not
that
like it
it's
at launch.
Also, Brawlhalla's 10th anniversary.
Hey, look, there's
To
Brawlhalla.
celebrate our double birthday bonanza, Shovel Knight is planned to be an event re-feature with a sale. We'll announce more at a later date, but we're beyond excited to party with our Brawlin' Buds.
Alongside
That's
these cameo
neat.
escapades, we're also ramping up for some real-life events.
I kind of want to
Grab
play
your
Fall
shovels
Guys
and
again.
your appetite and join us
I-
at the
I haven't
official
played
Shovel
Fall
Knight
Guys in-
Requiem Cast.
I think
Happening
it'll be a
in
year in
Anaheim, California
August.
from June 15th
And
to
I used to
30th.
really
Dive
like that
into
game.
delicious
I was a
themed
beta
menus
tester on that
filled
game.
with
I
Shovel
tested out.
Knight-inspired treats that are sure to
Yeah, I was a
power up
beta
your day.
tester on
Don't
Fall
miss out
Guys.
on this epic
God, I
culinary
missed that
adventure.
game.
Get ready to unleash your creativity at the Yacht Club Game.
Oh, they're doing a game jam? That's
this
cool.
Fall. Scheduled for November, this 2-week extravaganza invites you to dive into a decade of digging. We're challenging you to craft.
I need to get more
anything
into
under
game
the sun,
jams.
as long as it's for shovel.
Like they seem so
For
cool.
more details on how you
And
can
yeah.
be a part of this thrilling challenge and make your mark in the Shovel Knight universe.
Yeah, I was a beta tester in
Keep
Fall
digging
Guys.
and keep dreaming.
Join us for a free fan event this summer.
I
at
beta
Giant
tested
Robot
the Switch
in sunny
version.
Los Angeles, California. Get ready for an exciting live panel where we'll share behind-the-scenes tales, answer your burning questions, and of course celebrate shovelry. These collaborations are just the beginning for our 365-day celebration. Stay tuned throughout the year as we unearth even more surprises.
Come on. Come on. Give us a release date. Or if it's coming out next year, tell us. I just want transparency. VR would actually be kind of funny. With everything going on, with all the Silk Song stuff, Even if it's not coming out until next year, just tell us. I value transparency over anything else. God, the pixel art is so good. Alright, Lefno. Good. It was good to see you. Come on. Come on! No. No.
Good evening, boys and ghouls.
Come on.
You enjoyed that glimpse of Mina the Hollower?
Yeah, it looks great.
New action-adventure title. But for those who remain unfamiliar, allow me to illuminate. Why, you see, Mina is our next game to feature classic gameplay, teeming with twists befitting of our modern era.
I've played, in the past year, I have played Link's Awakening like 5 times, and I'm more excited for this game now than ever.
Smooth action gameplay at 60 frames per second, all inspired by the glory of our favorite 8-bit handheld gaming systems of yore. Together, the two of you will need to master a plethora of weapons and
I still need to play Oracle of Ages and Seasons.
uncover the island's darkest secrets. 'Twas more than 2 years past when we first unshackled the game from the burdens of secrecy, unleashing its existence upon this world. By
Yeah,
way of
God, the Kickstarter.
platform, Kickstarter. And in the years since, we have transmitted monthly updates to our bewitching
Yeah, I mean, again, transparency is important.
scores of new gameplay
Like,
mechanics.
if Silksong had more transparency, all the complaints you see about Silksong wouldn't be the case.
Even Mina has been hard at
Transparency is
work,
important.
burning up on her battle techniques before her daring debut. As I gaze into the crystal ball, I foresee
Come on.
the coming months balancing the gameplay, refining the script, and polishing every devilish detail. So, worry not, Traveler, for you have nothing to fear. Well,
I know. Basically, they're
tell you pick up the controller.
polishing the game, but it's not going to be. They're not ready to say a release date. Okay. Yeah. They thank us for our patience. It's better than nothing. It's better than whatever Silksong's giving us, which is nothing. So it could be this year, but if it's not, no big deal.
Mina the Hollower. Now, we have an until now unannounced title that we are thrilled to present to you.
Yacht Club Games presents the Ultimate Edition, a groundbreaking quest. Shovel of Hope What? What? What does this mean? Honestly, I think this is a great idea. Yacht Club learned a lot by making, Plague of Shadows, King of Cards, all that stuff. So going back and being like, you know what? We've learned our lesson. We're going to make this game better. We're going to go back, improve the original, and be better than ever before. Yeah, no, this is amazing. And hey, it's the playable characters like we wanted. Online oh my god, this is so amazing. This is Ghost of Battle Arenas. Hey, look, Custom Knight's not dead. Because Custom... What? Body swap, of course, is back. Fishhead! By the way, Shovel Knight is a fish. I know he looks like a guy. He's actually a fish. What was... I had the idea to do a custom run of Shovel Knight. What was... It was... Was it Can You Beat Shovel Knight Without Jumping? I think that was it. I think I wanted to try to do Can You Beat Shovel Knight Without Jumping. Any release date on this? Just coming soon. Okay. I did not expect that. That looks great.
Embark on a quest to save Shield
like,
Knight.
you know, when they talked about adding custom playable characters, this is more what I expected. But the amount of care that was put into Plague of Shadows and whatnot. So good. And now this... God, this is so cool.
Team up with Shield Knight, or even play as
I love the idea of doing it with Shield Knight. That seems so cool.
Join forces with friends worldwide. Together, tackle the main adventure or explore myriad challenges too. We've also brought back fan-favorite features from all previous versions of the game, including challenge stages,
Butt mode,
custom night, and the Battle Ghost Arena.
Yeah, it's good that custom mode's no longer locked to the amiibo. That's nice.
3D. For the first time, use the power of Rewind to perfect...
Rewind's a cool feature. I like Rewind. I don't really use it that much, but I think it's good that it's there. God, having a better cheats menu. Thank you. I do not like Shovel Knight's a great game. It's really cool that they put in all the cheats, but accessing the cheats are such a pain in the ass.
It's also our way of preserving the game's historical functionality, ensuring these elements remain available for future generations of players.
And a lot of this stuff is like accessibility stuff.
Other enhancements, we hope it includes everything on your wish list. Shovel Knight Shovel of Hope DX is a tribute to a decade of pixel-perfect
that's so amazing. Oh my gosh, I did not see that coming. That's amazing.
Prepare for an expedition reshoveled and ready for glory. Be sure to wishlist it now, so you're ready for its release. And if you've never bought the original, it's on discount now, so there's no better time to dive in.
Huh. Okay.
Before we go, we have one final announcement. A brand new mainline Shovel Knight game is in development. We're committed to crafting an experience that not only...
I'm going to call it right now, Shovel Knight 64. The fact that that was a weird 3D Yacht Club Games logo, Shovel Knight 64.
That'll launch Shovel Knight into an entirely new dimension of games.
You couldn't always do that spinning thing, right?
Ready to unveil everything just yet. Rest assured.
Okay, Metroid Prime 4. No, Shovel Knight 64, if they do it right, that'll be great. I also wouldn't mind the Super Mario World of Shovel
Knight. You might find
Knights.
subtle clues scattered throughout our previous games. Make sure to play Dig, Pocket Dungeon, and all the games in the treasure trove to notice the hidden details we've planted. Stay tuned, shovelers. The future of the Blue Burrower is bright. Well, that's it for today's Yacht Club Games Presents. Thank you all for being a part of our 10-year journey. Your support and enthusiasm have been the cornerstone of every game we've made. We're not done celebrating yet,
these games
so keep paying attention for even more exciting events and surprises throughout the year. We look forward to sharing more
Spectre of
adventures with
Torment
you,
was
so
the
see you
last
soon.
official
And
Let's
as
Play
always,
I ever did.
Happy adventuring.
God, that was like 2017. Wild. So, that was fantastic. Genuinely, really enjoyed that. I had a great time with that. That was so much fun. As we jump back in, thoughts? Yeah, no. Shovel DX, great. That's great. That's everything you'd want from you know. Shovel Knight already has kind of a definitive edition, but like taking that to the next level, being like this is the definitivist edition, great. Mina the Hollow World still looks fantastic. I wish we had a release date, but like, what are you gonna? You know. They're being transparent with us. They say they still need more time. I'll give them more time. Transparency is key. Where were we? Oh, we're heading this way, I think. Yeah, transparency rules. But like, what else are you gonna do? We should head over there. Is there an easy way for us to get over there? It is an indie game, but it's honestly the biggest indie game. Like, it's the king of indie games, if that's how you want to put it. Because while it's not the first, and it's definitely far from the last, it still is super important. And yeah, Yacht Club has come a long way in the past few years. You know what? Okay, random Minecraft thing. I really wish they would go in and update the underwater cities to have oh, sure, I'll take that. I really wish they would update the underwater what are the underwater cities called? You know, with the Guardians. And here in Minecraft. I wish they would go in and update them so that way instead of having gold blocks inside them, they had diamond blocks. Because of structures like that, I feel like gold blocks just have no value anymore. Because everything has gold blocks in it. Really, a structure that gives you 4 diamond blocks? Ocean temples, yeah, thank you. That would be so much more valuable. But no, I know Mojang's never going to do that. Instead, ocean temples are one of the worst structures in the game, and there's no reason for you to ever go into one. Yeah, the Piglin Bastions have so much gold in them that there's just no reason for you to go get your own, right? For you to raid ocean monuments for it. Because you get the structures outside of Piglin Bastions have like 10 gold blocks compared to the 4 you get inside an ocean, or 8. I think it's 8 you get inside an ocean monument. Even if there was like, hey, the ocean monuments now only give you 4 diamond blocks instead of 8 gold blocks, I feel like that would be a better exchange. Especially because diamonds are more valuable now than ever because of their stupid armor trim bullshit. That would genuinely be very useful. But no, I know Mojang's never going to do anything like that because they just want to make their game worse. Okay, give me a second. I'm trying to coordinates. Okay. I would say it's useful if you want to make an underwater house. So you get the things that let you breathe underwater while you're swimming at your base. Yeah, conduits are nice. They definitely have their purpose, but I feel like in the grand scheme of things, it's just never that useful. Oh, hey, look, it's a spider spawner? No, zombie spawner. Any music discs? Oh, I'll take 13. Sure. Take another name tag. More bones. Some more string. Do I have any gunpowder? I do. Don't really have room for a bucket, but... yeah, what's one slime ball? Oh, a saddle. A saddle is nice. Don't really have room for the wheat. Okay, that's some stuff. So yeah, overall, I'm impressed with Yacht Club's thing. You know, I think they did a good job. You know, not a bad showing, Yacht Club. Not bad at all. So yeah, I guess that takes us to WIBE. So what have I been playing outside of Minecraft? So right, because we've been playing a lot, you know, at least in the past like 24 hours. So we've been doing that. I guess let's start with foodstuffs. So what weird food have I eaten? Okay, so I meant to tell this story last week, at least the first half of this story. Because there were some complications, to say the least. So, Wendy's. Wendy's introduced their new saucy nuggets. So they have, right, you have your normal and spicy chicken nuggets, and you can now get like sauces on them, you know, like you would get at like a Wingstop or something like that. It's an interesting idea, to say the least. So Wendy's introduces this new concept. No, it's not new, you know, like I know Whataburger did it earlier this week. No, I do not. I do not have follower alerts. Let's go this way. So Wendy introduces these new saucy nuggets. And I went to go get them because, you know, I was curious. And I go to Wendy's. I place a mobile order on their app because you could only get them through the app. And I show up and the employee just gives me normal nuggets. And I'm like, hey, I'm looking for the new thing. And she had no idea what I was talking about. I had like, not an argument, but, you know, I talked to the Wendy's employee for like 10 minutes. Just being like, hey, your app says you have this thing. You're supposed to have this, right? Give me, oh, you don't have it? Well, give me a refund. No, they refused to give me a refund. And it was a mess. It was a fucking mess. Oh, hey, you followed? Yeah, thanks for the follow. You know, we're here every Friday. I'll tell you that. I'm back here every Friday. But yeah, so I was like super bummed about that. Because, you know, that should have been like a cool, like, hey, guess what? Wendy's, yay. Because I like Wendy's. I'm a defender of Wendy's. So I was like kind of bummed out about it. But like, what you gonna do, you know? So I deal with that. Okay, mad at Wendy's. Then later in the week, when they officially drop, I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll just go to a different Wendy's. Because, you know, there's more than one Wendy's near me. I'll just go to a different one. So that's what I do. I go to a different one. And this time they have it. They have the new Sox Nuggets. So I tried there are 4 flavors. There's a barbecue, a buffalo, a garlic, and then a ghost pepper. And you can get all 4 of those flavors in either normal or spicy. And so I was like, you know, I was curious, like, hey, you know, let's try this out. You know what? Sure. So I tried all 4 of the flavors. I just tried them all standard, except for the ghost pepper one. The ghost pepper was just like standard, normal chicken nugget. And I'll be honest, I don't think they're that bad. The barbecue was fine. What's the other one? The buffalo was okay. The buffalo I was probably least impressed with. But the barbecue was good. The garlic didn't blow me away. Like, it was fine, I guess. But the one that really impressed me, which I did not expect to be impressed with, was the ghost pepper one. The ghost pepper one has, like, a hint of garlic, like, not aftertaste, but, like, you get, like, a hint of garlic in their ghost pepper. It's not the spiciest thing in the world. Like, ghost pepper nuggets at Wendy's are not, like, their ghost pepper chicken sandwich is way spicier. But I was actually really impressed with the ghost pepper nuggets. If out of any of them, they're the ones I would recommend before anything else. I think the ghost peppers were by far the most interesting. And yeah, I would probably recommend ghost pepper nuggets from Wendy's. I don't know if I could see for other people them being very spicy, like burn off your taste buds spicy. But like, I don't really have a good sense of like, I can't really deal with spicy foods that much. So for me to be impressed, you know, they must be doing something right. Okay, wait. I don't know. I feel like I'm going crazy here. So yeah, Wendy's actually kind of not bad. Not bad, Wendy's. I know they also have like a new like blueberry frosty or something like that. I did not get to try that. I went and looked for it and they just didn't have it when I went. So I did not try the new Wendy's frosty, but you know, the other thing was fine. I was fine purely trying the other thing. Okay, I don't want to be too fast. Have we been down here? Okay, we have been down here. So yeah, so that's Wendy's. I don't think I had any other foodstuffs this week. It was mainly just the Wendy's thing. Because last week, I was ready to tear into Wendy's. I was, like, super annoyed with them. Because, you know, they kind of screwed me over. But, no, actually getting to try them, they're fine. They're good, you know. Does Wendy's have the best nugget? I don't know about that. Oh, do we have to go more this way? But no, I don't think it... I thought it was fine. And yeah, I think that's the only foods... you know, there's not really much else. Because we talked about that. So what else have I been doing? I guess we do have books to talk about. Yeah, let's talk about books, shall we? And then we'll get into other stuff. So, I have been doing a bit of reading. Specifically... So, there's a book series called The Inheritance Games. That I had heard about, you know, I had heard about a while ago. And I think I picked them up on, like, all 3 books on sale at Target. I don't know, back in, like... Probably like a year or 2 ago now. Probably a year ago, let's just say a year ago. Because, you know, they seemed interesting. They're like, mystery puzzle books about this woman, Avery, who all of a sudden one day she gets like a call from like a lawyer who's like, hey, you know, you've been named in this random billionaire's will. You should come in and, you know, see what the will's about. So she goes in and she finds out that, hey, surprise, surprise, this billionaire is giving her like $42 billion. Right, there's a few stipulations, but I was like, that sounds super interesting. So I was like, yeah, go all aboard with that. God, do we not have any torches? No, I have nothing to light up the area. Okay, we're gonna have to go back up to the surface eventually. Because, yeah, we're basically at a dead end back here. So yeah, I was interested. Wendy's, you know, you're not bad, Wendy. God. So the book, okay. I read your comment, yeah. Wendy's is good. I think they're good anyways. I know Queso disagrees, but that's Queso. Queso ain't the king of fat people. Okay, I really need to get out of here. We're in a bad spot. Look at how much spawn just because we were right hanging around here. Oh my god. I don't even have torches so that way we can tunnel out. We're gonna head back to base. I'm sure there's something around here somewheres, but we're out of torches, we're out of coal, we're out of wood. All of our wood burned up in lava. So yeah, this book, right, that sounds like an interesting premise. She gets this money, she has to live at this house for a year, but there's also like this big mystery. Like there's something going on with the Hawthorns and the Hawthorn brothers. And she's got to solve the mystery of the Hawthorn brothers. Generally seems like a good premise, right? It seemed interesting. So I picked up these books a long time ago, but I'd never actually got around to reading them until probably about 2 weeks ago. So I sat down and, you know, I've been kind of slowly working my way through. Trying to get right here on. There's this one little spot. Come on, come on. I would love to get some... Okay, yeah, that's better. So yeah, I was curious. So the first book is all, right, it's the Inheritance Games. It's all about Avery... Shit. It's all about Avery figuring out, like, hey, why was she the sole heir? Why did the billionaire Tobias Hawthorne disown his entire family? Like, there's a bunch of mysteries to be solved. Interesting ideas. They eventually... I'm just going to say spoiler alert for, like, all 3 books here. Because, yeah, we're going to talk about them all. But basically, they end up figuring out that the entire inheritance games, right, their entire, like, big plot was because the billionaire Tobias Hawthorne, right, he disowned his entire family. And these whole games were about getting his family back together. That the 2 brothers, Jameson and Grayson, they were fighting over a girl. This girl named Emily, who ended up dying. And they each kind of blame themselves for her death. And they kind of hate each other in themselves. So his goal is to, like, oh, well, you know, I made this... Because he loved playing games with them. Right, he's a very weird billionaire who, like, clearly trained these kids to be, like, take over his business. Even though, again, he leaves them nothing in his will. So, right, the whole point of this game is to get the 2 brothers who are mad at each other back together. That, right, oh, well, there's more than just Emily. Of course, you find there's a lot more complications in that. Right, there's threats on Avery's life. She almost dies. She gets shot at once. And then something else happens in the first book that also threatens her life. Because, you know, when you all suddenly wake up and you have $42 billion, you know, especially from a guy who had a lot of enemies. You know, it was a good book. Because, yeah, eventually they solve the riddle. And they find out that, yeah, the whole Tobias Hawthorne created this game to bring his sons back together. Avery was a very risky gamble, but it's one he took. And yeah, by the end of the book, it seems to have worked out. Because the 4 brothers, you have... One brother is an inventor, right? He loves to make, like, Rube Goldberg machines. His big thing is inventing. You have... The next eldest is Jamie. The youngest one is Xander, who's the inventor. Jamie is the... he loves puzzles, right? He's the one who gets in on Avery and is like, clearly there's a puzzle here. There's no way Tobias Hawthorne would just pick some random guy to give this puzzle to. Or to, you know, give his money to. There must be some sort of puzzle. So he's the big puzzle guy. Grayson, the next eldest, is the heir. His big thing is, you know, he's the heir. He was the one who was supposed to take over the family, and now he feels like he's been cheated by Avery. Right? That now that Avery has all the money and the power and the corporations, he feels cheated, and he thinks like, oh, she's some sort of like evil concubine succubus thing. And then finally the eldest one, Nash. Nash is just kind of, he's a cowboy. He's just kind of there. He has no interest in the money or, you know, outside of he cares for his brothers. He doesn't care about the whole game. He's just kind of there. I honestly kind of wish they did more with Nash. I mean, he eventually hooks up with Avery's sister, Libby. But outside of that, he doesn't really do much, sadly. Let's see. So yeah, Avery has an older sister named Libby. Same dad, different moms. Basically, after Avery's mom died about a year ago, she moved in with her older sister. Because Avery's like 16 or 17. I know, she's 17. And her older sister, Libby, is like 23. And yeah, eventually, Libby and Nash start dating. Avery builds a fondness with Jameson. There's a girl named Thea who used to date Xander, who hates the Hawthorns because, you know, she was friends with Emily and is friends with Rebecca, Emily's sister, you know, the dead girl. But then you find out she's not just friends with Rebecca, they used to date. So, right, she early on in the book, she says, like, she's one feisty bisexual. And then, yeah, you find out that she used to date Xander as, like, a cover. Because Rebecca is, like, the abused child. Like, she was the younger one. She was the quiet one. Emily was the more extroverted one. And basically, Rebecca has, like, a mental breakdown near the end of the book. Doesn't kill Avery, but yeah, it really starts to weigh on her. Eventually, it all amounts to, right, then when they solve the puzzle, she's the one who kind of tells them who did it, because, so Tobias Hawthorne, the billionaire, had 3 kids. 2 daughters, Sky and... Oh, God, what's the other one's name? Sky and... Starts with a Xandra? Something like that. Alright, Anti-Anonymous, maybe I'll see you around. It was nice to chat with you. So yeah, Sky has, Sky is the 4 boys' mom. But there's another one. There's, oh God, I can't remember her name. But she's, right, she's the one who's trying to, like, contest the will. She's the one who runs, like, the charity organization. Like, that's what she's been meant to do. And her, Thea is her husband's niece. So that's where that connection comes from. Oh shit, I still have that bed. I should really use that. I just noticed that. We should also grab that coal. What is is it? It's not, there's no way it's Xandra. Because the son is Xander with an X. Because it's short for Alexander. Yeah, I feel like all the puzzles were pretty decent throughout the book. Right, it all relates to, like, their names. Right, each of them gives a clue. They eventually, once they figure out, like, the clue is Avery's birthday / the day Emily died, they then see it all over the house. One of the my problem with the series in general is I wish it did more foreshadowing for things. Like, I wish so in the first book, I wish early on Avery had noticed the 10/18, right, her birthday. I wish she had noticed the date and been like, oh, hey, look, that's my birthday. Isn't that neat? And then later on, like, they had said, like, hey, yeah, Emily died in October, without saying anything more than that. And then eventually, once you get the date of October 18th is the day they died, then it's like, oh, shit, right? If it had been foreshadowed, I would have thought that would have been pretty cool. But no, it's like, hey, right, once they find the number... Like, in a video game, you would be able to see the number everywheres, and then once the reveal happens, it's like, oh shit, I've been seeing it this whole time. It's been staring me in the face, and I never noticed. Right? It would be like a real, like, oh shit moment. But no, they never do anything like that. And that's a problem with all 3 of the books. Really. But yeah, so the book ends with Avery, right? She's reunited the brothers. They catch the person who was trying to kill her was Libby's ex-boyfriend, Duke. Because Libby's like a goth girl, and right, the big thing is like, oh, you know, you can say whatever you want. Avery's like, you can say whatever you want about me, but you don't say anything about Libby. Like, that's a big, important part of her character. So, after that... God, how does the book end? Does the book end with, like, a big cliffhanger to the next one? Oh, yeah! So, after they solve the puzzle and reunite the brothers, Xander, the youngest brother, gets a clue that's like, hey, congratulations for playing the game... Because Xander was kind of in on it the whole time. So it's like, congratulations, you played the game well, you did a good job, now here's your next game, find Tobias Hawthorne. Because yeah, you find out at the... Tobias Jr., Toby. You find out at the end of the first book that, hey, guess what, the Hawthorne son is in fact alive. And they need to go find him. So that's kind of like your big, like... that's kind of like your big hint at, like, oh, here's what's to come in the next book, sort of thing. So that's where the first one ends. And then so the first one is all about, right, the sins of the family, basically, right? It's about the brothers and how much they hate each other / don't hate each other. You know, all the complications of their relationship. The second book is about the sins of the parents, right? The two aunts, the mom, and all the complications that come from them. That's really what the second book is about. I must have some wood somewheres. Okay, here we go. Here's some wood. I don't need this gold pickaxe, but I don't have a place to put it. I can chuck this in the ocean. Okay, I have a lone carrot here. I must have a lone carrot somewhere else. Is there a third carrot in here? No. I know, I need to organize these chests. I'll do it eventually. Make another crafting table, and let's make like 2 more pickaxes. So, the second, right, it's basically when Tobias Hawthorne, the father, wrote the will, he wrote it shortly after the son died. Because you find out that basically the main character in the opening chapter, she's playing chess against a homeless guy in the first book. And upon getting all the money, the first thing she wants to do is help out this homeless guy. Right? You know, it just shows how good of a person she is. So, oh, good. Good. I'll deal with that later. So when she gets all the money, she wants to help him out, but he's nowhere to be found. And then at the end of the book, you find out that, hey, that homeless guy, that was Toby, the son, the supposed dead son. The second book, you find out what's going on with the dead son, right? How he was in rehab, then he went on like this destructive... I have no idea what killed that skeleton, because that definitely wasn't me. Right, so the son went on like this big, like, self-destructive, like, thing, and now Avery, and like they're basically recapping what happened, that he went missing. And for most of the second book, they like set up pretty clearly that, hey, Toby, the son, is Avery's dad, right? That the asshole who raised her, for lack of that, you know, that supposedly is the father, is not actually the father. That, right, he's just some asshole who happened to be there, because the birth certificate may be his name, but it's got, Toby Jr.'s handwriting. And they end up they find his, like, diary, which is written on the walls in invisible ink. They find his, journal, or they find, like, a poem about how, like, oh, that this family ruins everything. So they do that. Eventually, right, they have to go to their mother and the sister whose name I can't remember. They go to them for clues. I should be saying I listened to the audiobook for all 3 of these. They're really quick audiobooks. Like, honestly, these are all quick reads. I did all 3 of these books in like 2 weeks. They're quick reads. So, right, they go to the mother. They find out some information from her. This is where they start learning about their fathers, right? They meet Grayson's father, some guy who's... Basically, all the kids have, like, last names as first names. And Grayson's dad, his last name is just Grayson. So they meet him. They end up meeting Nash's dad as well. And, right, they're basically trying to recount these clues, because this was not their game, this was their parents' game. And at one point, they even confront Sky, and she's like, oh yeah, I know about the game, I just never wanted to play. Right, I have no interest in my dad's games. One of the sisters says that. Because, right, in the original will... Because originally this game was meant for them, and it was only, like, relatively recently did the game change to become about Avery. Like, that's only, like, a thing that happened in the past, like, year. But for, like, the 20 years prior to that, it was all about the parents. So that's the mystery they get. They end up... eventually they find a letter that's like, hey, guess what? The father has been tracking the missing son. He's been looking for him. They eventually go and... How do they... like a plane explodes at some point. You know, someone's trying to kill Avery. She eventually gets kidnapped because it turns out the maid who is working for the guy, Grayson. As it turns out, the villain of the second book is Grayson. Basically, when Toby, you know, the fire that supposedly killed him, while it didn't actually kill Toby, it did kill this guy's son, or this guy's nephew. And he's pretty beat up about it. So, that's why he wants revenge against the Hawthorns. And he's gonna get that revenge through Avery. He gets killed. They just straight up just shoot him. The maid. Because as it turns out, because he captures Avery, he captures Toby Jr., and it turns out that, hey, guess what? This guy was actually, and it turns out that Toby has another daughter. He has 2 daughters, because Avery, throughout the entire book, they're constantly saying, like, oh, you know, you've got to be Toby Jr.'s kid. It's just kind of like, there's no other way. It doesn't make sense if you aren't. And I'm like, you're laying it on too thick. You're very clearly laying it on too thick that Toby Jr. is her father. So Toby Jr. is not her father. And yeah, sure enough, Toby Jr. is not the father. Instead, the Ricky guy is actually her father. The Ricky guy is sleeping with Sky, the boy's mother, I mean. Then after that... Oh, hey, look, some glowstone. I could actually use some glowstone. Oh, shit. Okay, I don't want to deal with those. Because I'm not wearing any gold. Okay, we'll come back later for the glowstone. Yeah, so basically, he has another kid, Eve, and Millie, and one of the guard were basically, they had infiltrated Hawthorne House because they wanted to make sure that Eve didn't get like a bad end of the deal. And Toby Jr. is like, I'm gonna go disappear again, because he promised, because him and Hannah basically him and Avery's mother were in love, but they could never be together because Toby had to go live as like a nomad to punish himself, because he promised her he wouldn't kill himself, but you know, he still has to go be a nomad. And you know, like, fuck, man. It's Toby, like, he's very clearly, like, Toby Jr. is like very selfish. He doesn't think he's being selfish. Like, he thinks he's like sacrificing himself or some shit. He's not. He's a very selfish man. He just doesn't realize he's being selfish. He annoys the crap out of me. But yeah, that's basically how they cover up the Grayson's dad's murder. And they roll off into the sunset. But, there's now this Eve girl. And then guess what? That's the third book. The third book, this Eve girl shows up, reveals that someone has kidnapped Toby Jr. and her dad, and now they need help saving her. You learn that whole plot that with the maid and the bodyguard to, like, you know, make sure she gets like the fair share. Yeah, it turns out she knew nothing about that, because she actually hates her siblings, and that's like a whole thing. But and this Eve girl looks just like Emily, the dead girl. So that creates some problems with Grayson, and it creates problems with Rebecca and Rebecca's mom, who's technically, you know, Eve's grandma. Because, yeah, you find out so Rebecca and Rebecca... God, this all sounds so weird. Rebecca's mom, was basically got pregnant as like a teenager. You find out she was raped, basically, by this guy named Liam. And they had a kid, but, you know, they didn't keep the kid. They instead gave it up for adoption. But the people who adopted it was the Hawthorns, and that's Toby. So we find out about that. Right, the rape stuff all comes in the third book with this Liam guy. And it's all about Eve, and hey, guess what? There's this new mystery. There's this person who hates Tobias Hawthorne, who wants to destroy him and the family. And now he's created this, like, new game to mess with Avery. And she's got to solve it. But also, the Tobias Hawthorne, right, the father, the dead one who left her everything in the will. He's got some sort of big secret that she's got to figure out. Because there's, like, now a new mystery from him, as well as the mystery from this new guy. Eventually, it all kind of comes to a head. So, one of my problems with the final book is, so there's this new guy who, right, he's got, like, he used to be Toby, right, the father. The senior, right, Toby Sr. He was, like, the mentor of Senior. Right, he's like the Scrooge McDuck or something like that. And, you know, he liked Tobias Sr. And it turns out that he's actually, like, super evil. Which, okay, the comparison I would make for this is it's like, imagine if in the third... Right, President Snow, the villain of the Hunger Games, imagine if he wasn't introduced until halfway through the third book. That's kind of what this guy's introduction feels like. It's like, oh, hey, guess what? This is like the big bad evil that we're only hearing about now at the end of the... near the end of the third book. Like, I wish there had been more setup to this guy. You find out that Eve is working for him, which, of course, right, that makes sense. And, like, Eve makes a better antagonist, because at least she was set up in the previous book. But yeah, he's got this whole puzzle. They figure out what his deal is, right? His son was Liam, the one who raped, the Laughlin girl. God, why can I not remember their last names? I'm bad with names. I always have been. So they eventually, right, basically he wants his son's body. And then he's got, basically, right, they find a message from Tobias Sr. that basically says, like, hey, this guy is evil. We had a truce, but now that I'm dead, the truce is off. He's coming for you and the fortune. Oh, hey, look, there it is. And the whole reason I chose you as the heir is so that way it was none of my kids who this guy attacked. Instead, he focused on you. Let's just get in here. So yeah, that's that, guys. So yeah, this final, it's like this big, like, motivational moment. Like, hey, guess what? Surprise, surprise, it's this guy who's evil. And I'll be honest, I was, like, super underwhelmed with this guy as, like, the final boss. Like, they introduce him and is like, oh, he's actually the real evil. Oh, we have to be scared of this guy, you know, he can destroy the world. And I'm just like, you introduced him too late. Like, that's the thing. They introduce him near the end of the final book. Because there's 3 of them. There's technically 4, but I'll talk about it in a little bit. So yeah, to say I was underwhelmed would be an understatement. But they defeat this guy. Eventually, she's able to defeat this guy by outsmarting him at chess. Because he's one of those guys where it's like, oh, Avery, you're just a little girl. You don't know what you're doing. And she's able to play that against her, and she wins. And, hey, guess what? At the end of the book, you find out she gives away all of her money. That, right? All the money she planned to give to charity, right? She's giving away her entire fortune, which is like, yeah, that's good. You know, I'm glad she's giving away all of her money to charity. Because, like, it's not all, but it's like, she's got like 42 billion, and she plans to give up like 41 billion or something crazy like that. I knew that guy was going to kill me. Oh, wait, why don't I have a bed? Oh, I know why. Okay, I think my base is over here, or something like that. So yeah. And yeah, the book ends, right, it's her and Jamie, you know, they're in love together at the end of the book. Hey, all's well that ends well. She has a character who I have not talked about at all is Max. So, Avery has a friend named Max, who, right, or in the first book, she just calls her. And in the second book, Max kind of like sneaks away from her parents because she's got like overachieve her religious parents, and she like sneaks away from them to be with Avery. And then in the third book, she's like there early on, and then she goes off to college, and yeah, you kind of don't see her much. But Max's whole gimmick, if you've ever seen the show The Good Place. Is this... Okay, we must be heading over more this way. Yeah. If you've ever seen the show The Good Place, so in The Good Place, the characters don't swear, but instead they say things like, oh, what the fork, or you son of a birch, or... Oh, God, I can't think of any more examples. But, you know, they do shit like that. Like, they don't swear in The Good Place. They instead use, like, substitute words. And, you know, it's a good show with good writing, and, you know, that works. It actually works pretty well in The Good Place. Max in these books does the exact same thing, but she swears like a fucking sailor. Like, she's like, oh, you're gonna fork his brains out. Oh, what, the shirt? That's crazy. You're a crazy birch. You want him to fork your brains out, don't you? Which one of them do you want to go to Pound Town with? Right? Like, okay, no, she probably doesn't say that last one. But she swears like a sailor. But she doesn't swear, because, you know, these books aren't spicy. Kids can read these. So, yeah, it should be a fine gimmick, right? Her not swearing, I should be fine with that, but I just find it so annoying. And I think her character outside of that is fine. I think Max is a fine character outside of this one specific trait. That's just the most annoying thing in the world. And it's just, she's written, again, if it was like once per conversation, like something like The Good Place, it'd be fine. But the fact that it's every other word she says just makes it the most annoying thing in the world. So yeah, Max sucks. I don't mind her being religious. Like, there's a moment in the third book where she solves a puzzle based on the Bible before anybody else. And I thought that was a really good moment. So, like, the religious stuff doesn't matter to me. It's just that she's annoying. God, and the annoying bits drive me crazy. Yeah, God, Max drove me crazy. But other than that, you know, she was fine, I guess. What do we have to get rid of? I should really just make another chest. I don't know why I'm not. I need a singular spider eye. I should also make a composter to get rid of some of these seeds. So yeah, there's tons of stuff I'm sure I'm forgetting about these books. I think for the most part the puzzles are pretty good. I wish there was more foreshadowing for some of the puzzles though. But I think that's just a problem with the book in general, is that it's just not good at foreshadowing certain things. Like, yeah, sure, it sets some things up, and some things have good payoff. But others just really don't, and that kind of sucks, you know, I'd want more. But overall, you know, I guess I enjoy it. How did this bee get in? Because I know there was that bee and stick fly all the way around the house and come in through here. Must have. Man, no, I enjoyed it. You know, I enjoyed all three books. They were fun. They had some good puzzles. I don't know. I'd love to see. So the third book ends, right? Avery's giving all this money to charity, but she also is like, oh, I'm just gonna give it away to random people as well. I'm gonna create the grandest game. And there's a book coming out like next month called The Grandest Game. Which on one hand, it's like, oh, you know what, it'd be cool, right? I'm sure it's about like just random characters in the universe solving this grandest game. But I also think it'd be really cool if it was like a grandest, like if they did like a real life grandest game. You know, they did like an ARG. It's an ARG. You know, like the Gravity Falls one or the Binding of Isaac one. Like, I think this real life inheritance gaming something would actually be really neat, but I don't know if they're actually going to do that. It'd be cool, though. But yeah, no, I liked all 3 books. They're not perfect. They definitely have some problems. Again, I wish they set up things better, but... You know, I'm only going to get so much. And I had fun with it. I liked the characters. I think they're all done really well. They all have good motivations, interesting stories. Overall, pretty solid book. Yeah, I'd recommend them. So there is a 4th one, which at first I thought it was like, oh, it's either going to be a prequel or a retelling of the books, but from the boys' point of view. Like, we're going to get it retold from, like, the other 4 boys who, you know, aren't really in the game. And much to my surprise, I've only just started the 4th book, but it's actually a sequel, right? It's an epilogue. It continues from where the previous book left off, right? At first I thought it was, because it starts with a flashback, but no, it's about the boys, and they're giving away all the money, and they're kind of like, it's answering like some of the questions that the first book like didn't answer, or the first 3, because over the course of the books you find out about each of the boys' fathers. Right, Grayson's father tried to kill him. Nash's father was like a snowboard? He was a boy that the 2 moms were fighting over, that the mom and the aunt were fighting over. And you meet him off screen. Again, you could totally retell these books from Nash's perspective, because Nash barely does anything in them. And as a result, he has like one of the weakest characters. There's also a lawyer who I haven't talked about, who I think is fine. The bodyguard I really do actually like. Avery has a bodyguard named Orson, who I think is pretty cool. Because he's trying his damnedest, and she is not making it easy. But yeah, so the 4th book is like a follow-up, right? It continues off. You're finding out about Jameson, the one whose father you never find out about. You're learning about him and who he is, and he's got a game. Meanwhile, Grayson's wrapping up some loose ends. I think the 4th, right? Did it need to happen? No, but am I fine with it happening? Yeah. All right, I think it's a fine continuation. And yeah, so that's the books I've been reading. Again, it's been like 2 weeks. They're quick reads. I got through all of those books really quickly. They're pretty quick reads. So I would recommend them. Oh shit. You know, I was really hoping we just weren't going to deal with piglins. Like, that there just weren't going to be any here. But clearly we are not that lucky. Oh shit. I don't even know how we lit on fire there. Okay, and I didn't sleep. Fuck. I didn't sleep in the bed. I brought all the food with me instead of only some of it. Fuck, I'm stupid. Are we going in the right direction? No, we're going more this way. God damn it. I fucking hate this game sometimes, man. Mojang optimized the fun out of Minecraft. You know, in their attempts to make sure that players aren't too overpowered, to, you know, make sure players can have a fair and balanced experience, they optimized the fun out of Minecraft. Well, okay, I say that, but like I literally, that entire last book, I was me yesterday just listening to the book while playing this game. So, like, I can't say I'm not having fun. It's just, God, when it comes to those trial chambers, we are so fucked. We are so unbelievably fucked. Because I hate combat, and we have to do them on Ominous, which is, like, extra difficult. I hate that we can't get one of the mace cores from just doing it on normal. Even if it was, like, a 1% chance, I'd still take... The fact that we're going to have to do one of these things on extra hard really fucking sucks. Like, I get it. The items OP, you need to balance things. But I don't love how they balance things. Oh, do you like my cape? Okay, this is a bad angle to see it. But for Mojang's 15th anniversary, they added in a bunch of new capes. And this is the TikTok one. I think it just looks, honestly, like, if you just said this was the 3D cape, I'd believe you. Because I think it does a good job at being, like, the 3D cape. I'm going to take this block of gold. Let's cook these potatoes. Let's make some gold boots. Leave some gold behind. We'll find out next time if we need to harvest more potatoes. So yeah. So anything else before we get to Inside Out 2, which is like the final thing? Anything else I've been doing? My Adventures with Superman. My Adventures with Superman episode 4. We start to see that division between Lois and Clark. Lois is off. She's chasing after her dad because her dad wants to run away because he's been found. So that's like his big concern. Meanwhile, Clark and Jimmy gets invited to go to the Star Labs Expo, where it's like, oh, you're Superman's friend. We're gonna do a keynote on Superman. And then he gets there and he finds out Lex Luthor is running the keynote, and it's actually like an anti-Superman rally. So he gets fucked over there, and Lex Luthor, God, they're building up, like, we're in the middle of Lex Luthor's origin story, and they're I already hate him. God, the show is so well done. So, yeah, they're building up Lex Luthor, and yeah, so Superman, right, he feels alone. He goes and finds Lois with her dad, and she tells him, like, oh, yeah, the dad's like, I don't like Clark. He's weird. And Lois is like, you are right. He is weird. And then Superman leaves, and of course she says, but I like him because he's weird. He's weird like me. And it's like, okay, he has super hearing. He could totally hear her say that. But, after he heard it, he just blocks everything out. It's fine. If the plot demands it, the plot demands it. So with that, he takes the beacon, he sends it off, and is like, Kara, if you hear this, please, I don't want to be alone anymore. And then, what do we see next? Oh, shit. Okay, the portal is still open. That's all that matters. Yeah, the portal is still open. Right. What do we see as like our big end credit thing? Zod. But, of course, it's not Zod. It's probably Supergirl. Supergirl, right, was found, instead of coming to Earth or wherever, she was instead found by Brainiac, who turned her into, like, some sort of super soldier. And, hopefully redemption, but we'll see. And is there also a Zod? Maybe. But no, it's a good ending. We know she's in the next episode because we got, like, the next time on My Adventures with Superman. So we know Kara's in the next episode. She has it's an Android 18 inspired design. It looks great. I'm super excited to see her. Oh, yes, they're ignoring me. So, yeah, it's a great show. Nothing's changed. Still a high recommendation. So I guess that takes us into Inside Out 2. So, the original Inside Out is one of my favorite Pixar movies. Definitely, I don't know if I'd say it's number one, because Pixar has just made so many good movies, but it's definitely pretty high up there for me. And it's definitely top 3. I could see the argument for it being number 1. I could see the argument for it being number 2. I just really enjoy Inside Out. So, when they announce, the first one ends with this joke about, like, what's puberty? Right? Making this joke like, oh yeah, puberty. But, like, it makes perfect sense for the next movie. Right? Do puberty. Yeah, no, I totally see how you get from point A to point B with doing, right, puberty as a sequel. Yeah, no, I totally get where they're coming from there. So, there was this article recently about how Pixar is going to stop making original movies. And is instead going to focus more on... Oh, God damn it, you're kidding me. Instead, right, Pixar is going to focus more on making sequels. And I know, right, there's a lot of doomerism there, like, oh my god, sequels are gonna ruin Pixar. And, like, I get it. I get where that pessimism is coming from. It is definitely not misplaced. Not at all, actually. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Fuck! Fuck me. Let's head back for a third. God, I hate the Nether. I fucking hate the Nether. Okay, so Pixar, Inside Out, love it. Sequel makes perfect sense. Do puberty. Hey, some new emotions. Anxiety, embarrassment, envy, ennui. All make perfect sense. So I was genuinely really excited for this one. Loved the first one. I know Pixar's not exactly on a hot streak right now. Lightyear really sucked. We all kind of know Lightyear sucked. It really sucked. But other than that, Luca was great. Luca was great. Turning Red is pretty good. Other movies are good. I can't think of other movies, but I know other movies are good. Luca, Turning Red. Soul was really good. It's not my personal favorite, but I know Soul was good. Elemental, I liked. I know not everybody likes Elemental, but I enjoyed it. I also pretty much enjoyed Onward. I thought it was. I liked the ending. I feel like they pulled off the ending pretty well. So yeah, but Pixar's had a shaky track record. But I was like, you know what? The first one is really good. I think there's potential, right? Like Lightyear. And movies like Lightyear and Toy Story 5 didn't need to exist. There was nothing that they could add to be like, yep, this movie justifies its existence. Inside Out 2 has like a reason where I could be like, yeah, this movie justifies its existence. I could see that. So, thoughts? I liked it. I think it's a pretty good movie. It does have some problems. The biggest being that it basically is just the first movie again. Like, it's clear that the characters have learned from the first movie, right? Like, we're not just starting over at net zero, but we're not starting at net zero. The plot is basically the same. I would say the best comparison is this isn't Toy Story 1 to Toy Story 2. This is Toy Story 2 to Toy Story 3. Like, yeah, there are definitely some growth, some changes, but at the end of the day, Toy Story 2 is more like Toy Story 3 than Toy Story 1 is like Toy Story 2. If that makes any sense, I hope it does. That's, I think, the best comparison I can make. Good, they're good movies, right? You've got some good movies in there. But there's definitely, like, this certain, like, evolution, right? I get how we get from part A to part... Where the fuck is my sword? Oh my god, I'm in hell. This fucking sucks. I am in hell. I cannot find my sword. I have a diamond sword somewheres in there. And I just don't know where. And when we turn around, there's a bunch of enemies. God, we're so fucked. We are so fucked. And I've only got 5 minutes to find that sword. And it takes a good... I know we're not on, like, that strict of a timer, because it only gets there when we get close enough. It still sucks. Okay, so... Fuck me. I should never do Minecraft in chat. This should be the moment where I realize, like, no... Minecraft is not an in-chat game. This game stresses me out way the fuck too much. I should never do this again. This is me learning a lesson. Yeah, whatever, fuck off. So Inside Out, it is good, but yeah, it does the first movie again. There are certain scenes where it's like, oh, you know, we're gonna have that scene with Joy where she's holding the emotional orbs and she's crying. But you do have those good evolution. I know this clip has already come out. of Joy telling, like, they're asking, like, Joy, if you can stay positive during all this, then you must be delusional. And she just tells them, well, I am delusional. I mean, have you seen you guys? Right? I don't have any other choice but to be delusional. That's a great moment that builds off the first one. There's a great moment early, because the Riley story is that she's at hockey camp. And, you know, she finds out that her friends aren't going to be going to the same school as her. So she's got to, like, impress the new kids. And she's super stressed out about impressing the new kids. Who's, you know, on the Firehawks, Firebirds, whatever the new hockey team is. And she wants to make sure she's got a good impression. And Anxiety's whole thing is, right, they plan for the future. So instead of letting Joy embarrass them, they're going to make sure they have planned for the future. And, you know, that creates a bunch of problems, especially when, right, Anxiety bottles them up and starts running. Basically, they're creating a new Riley built entirely off of Anxiety. This is an evolution of the previous movie. And I've seen people be like, oh, well, isn't it a plot hole if in the first movie Riley's parents don't have other emotions like Anxiety? And it's like, no, that's not how plot holes work. Just because a character doesn't do a thing in the first movie doesn't mean that it creates a plot hole. Where did we run to? Armor, sword. We'll figure out the rest. Okay, we're finding a lot of chests. Oh shit, we don't have a shield. I thought we had a shield. We're going to die again. I don't know. I don't remember where we went. God, we had a good run for like 10 seconds and then boom. Again, this is easy. This is easy and Blazes two-shot us. I know we don't have much armor, but even with full armor, they probably four-shot us. This game is fucking ridiculous, man. I hate this game. So yeah, you know, people say like, oh, well, it's a plot hole that the parents don't have anxiety and embarrassment. No, it's not a fucking plot hole. God, we are in a post-Cinema Sins hellscape. Just because something didn't happen in the first movie doesn't make it a plot hole in the second. At most, it makes it a retcon. Which, guess what? Shit gets retconned all the time. Like, comic books are built on retcons. Some of your favorite Batman moments are retcons. Of course, there's also a lot of terrible, you know, Batman moments. Because remember, Bruce Wayne hates rock and roll music. That's a retcon. No, like, I don't get what these people are saying, man. It's a plot hole. No, it's not a fucking plot hole. That's not how plot holes work. You fucking... God, Cinema Sins really destroyed an entire generation. Like I was any help with that. So, the movie, right, Anxiety bottles them up. So, the one of the problems with the first movie, is that, you know, we mostly spend time with joy and sadness. The other three emotions, yeah, they have their moments, you know, fear, disgust, and anger. But in the grand scheme of things, they don't actually do that much. This movie, on the other hand, it's like, okay, we're going to put joy, fear, anger, and disgust together. And they're the main characters this time, right? They're doing most of the work. And, you know, because we got a lot of sadness in the previous movie, they kind of put her to the side, right? She's like them in the first one. I will admit, I wish some of the other emotions, some of the other new ones, had more time, right? The embarrassment, envy, and ennui. I wish they had been given more time. Because at the moment, you get, like, basically, like, one big moment with each of them, and then they just kind of disappear for the rest of the plot. This fucking sucks, man. I fucking hate everything right now. I just saw some fish. These will not be ready by the time we get back, but let's just throw them in there. Fuck it, you know. Oh, come on, I've got to have a place for 2 potatoes. Yeah, like, they basically, like, boredom gets their, like, one big moment. Envy gets their, like, one big moment. Embarrassment, you know, helps out sadness once. So, yeah, they get, like, their moments, but at the end of the day, those 4 don't really do much. Or those 3, it's mostly anxiety. Because this is not, right, the first Inside Out is not a movie with villains. Like, Joy, because Joy is both the protagonist and the antagonist. She does double duty. And that's kind of how the second movie works as well. Like, yeah, anxiety is the antagonist. But they're not trying to be the bad guy, right? So again, I'm going to give spoiler warning one more time. Spoiler alert. So, there's this new concept called the self. That, right, there's this pool down at the bottom. They place memories in the pool, and it forms beliefs, like, that are these strings, and eventually the beliefs form into the self. They're basically taking, like, concepts like the id, the ego, and the superego, and attempting to make it palatable to kids. And I think they do a fine job at it. So, right, you have you have the sense of self, and anxiety gets rid of it. And it's like, you know, sure, they spent 13 years building Riley's old self, but we'll just make a new one. Right, built on anxiety. So that's exactly what they do. And when anxiety, right, you get Riley's new sense of self. Because before, the old one was, I'm a good person. Right, that's Riley's self. She's a good person. And then you get the new anxiety one, and it's, I'm not good enough. And when anxiety finds out that that's the new self, she's fucking devastated. It, like, that wasn't, right, she wanted to make Riley better. And, right, her being unchecked created this sense of self that, you know, destroys her. And it really freaks anxiety out. Like, that's not what she wanted. She wants Riley to be good enough. This was not her plan. And yeah, and from there, right, you get Joy delivers the fucking killing line of, you know, maybe when you grow up, you just don't have as much joy in your life. And it's a really devastating, really well-delivered line. So that's all good. But yeah, eventually they make it back to headquarters. They try to put the old sense of self back, and it won't work. So then it's like, okay, well, I guess we got to put the new one in. And of course that creates its own problems, right? This new sense of self has its own struggles and its own complications. So it's you know, it's your catch-22. You kind of can't win, but they end up creating a brand, because part of it is, right, well, anxiety is the antagonist of the movie. Technically, Joy is still kind of the problem, because she was getting rid of all of Riley's negative emotions, and, like, they were basically just repressing them. So, right, Riley's self of, like, I'm a good person is built on all of these repressed memories of her doing bad things. And, of course, that creates, and, right, eventually all those memories come flooding in, and it just shows that Riley is, you know, complicated, right? She's more than just one thing. But it's a really good payoff. The movie ends really well. Basically, if the first movie was, hey, how does your brain function without sadness? The second movie is, how does your brain function with only anxiety? That's, I think, the easiest way to sum this all up. Is, right, one is, what if you have too much of an emotion? The next one is, what if you don't have enough? That's kind of the easy, or right, what if you don't have enough? Second one is, what if you have too much? But yeah, and you know, they don't end up, like, and the movie ends, they don't end up throwing anxiety in, like, jail or anything. They just kind of, like, you know, they find ways to manage their anxiety. There's an anxiety attack scene, you know, where Riley, because she's trying to, like, impress the coach, so that way she makes the team. But it ends up causing her to have, like, a full-on anxiety attack when she, like, pushes herself too hard. And it's a really well done scene, both from, you know, what they're showing with Riley, but also what happens inside of her. I feel like that all works really well. But no, I do think Inside Out 2 is a good movie. I think it does its job really well. It's what you'd want. Again, I wish it did more original stuff. Like, yeah, do they technically just... They don't retread, like, beat for beat the first movie, right? There's no, like, bing bong moment that, you know, just makes you cry. Because the first Inside Out makes me cry, man. It's, you know, honestly, the first Inside Out, because I've always been open about, like, being willing to say, yeah, you know, I cry. Movies make me cry. Video games make me cry. I've always kind of been open about that. And honestly... Inside Out might be the reason why. I might be more open to talking about stuff like that because of the movie Inside Out. That, right, it says sadness is a good thing. It's okay to cry. And there's a great moment early on in the movie, right after Riley finds out that her friends are going to a different school, and she takes her moment, she lets out a cry, and she's like, yeah, we'll have a bigger one once we're done with the weekend. There's a moment where Sadness tries to use the tears because Riley's gonna, like, steal, like, the coach's notebook to find out what the coach thinks of her, and Sadness tries to, like, intervene and use Sadness to stop it, and that's, like, a good moment as well. It's a really good movie. Again, yes, this movie had more of a justification to exist than Toy Story 4. This movie justifies its existence better than Incredibles 2. Would I love another one of these? Of course I don't know what they would do for the next one. Like, any ideas? Like, the first one was about sadness and, you know, depression, kind of. The second one is about anxiety. I don't know what you would do a third one about, but I'm sure they could figure it out. I'd be down for a third one of these. You know, if Toy Story gets a trilogy, if Cars gets a trilogy... I'd have no problems with these movies getting a trilogy. I don't know, just a lot of things that I think you could do. I'm like, you know, Mentopolis kind of already did that, though. Like, Dimension 20's Mentopolis takes a lot of these concepts and, you know, plays around with them and does some... Does some real interesting creative things. Oh, shit! That blaze just destroyed a bunch of shit, I bet. How many times have we died? You know, I have not been keeping track of our deaths. We've probably died, like, at least a dozen times. We run over there, we get, like, 2 hits, and then we die. And then we have to go back and do it all over again. We get a few steps farther, and then we die again. This fucking sucks. I hate this. I hate this so much. Because we're literally just, you know the definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over again. That's what we're at. We're just doing the same thing over and over again. And eventually, the mobs are going to spawn in the correct configuration where we can go in, we can grab our stuff, and then we can get the fuck out. But so far, that hasn't happened. They spawn in the correct configuration where they're either blocking our stuff, or we take enough damage on the way to get there. They're burning our stuff up in the fire, which, God, if we lose that diamond sword, I'm going to be pissed. I don't think we had a diamond pickaxe with us. I think I left that in the chest. But that diamond sword, man. I know we can make another, but still. I fucking hate this. We didn't even make a crafter. I don't... How do you make a crafter? Do I have anything else to say about Inside Out? It's a really good movie. Of course I recommend it. It's going to do well at the box office regardless. I know most movies are failing at the box office right now. This is the one exception. This is the one movie that's going to do well. I'm sure of it. It's an easy recommendation for me. I had a good time, man. It's exactly what I want. It is exactly what I... Okay, yes, would I have liked it to be more original? Maybe. You know, or less like the first one, yeah. I don't think I've seen some people say it's beat for beat the first one. I don't know if I'd go that far. I do think the new stuff they add does add at least some variation, but it is at least somewhat similar. You fucking hogliny bastards. How do we deal with you? What the fuck? We're just gonna die again. Why delay the inevitable? What the fuck just hit? Oh, you bastard. We are in hell, both literally and metaphorically. And God, food healing sucks in this. This is the parity issue I'd wish they'd fix. Out of everything I want them to change, I want healing to just, hey, you have full health, you have full food, you'll get full healed. Right? That's all I want. Or just change it back to how it worked in the previous version. That's all I ask. Fuck it, let's just go to the end. This is the outro. I don't know how long this is gonna run. We've got to go get our stuff back and get back. That's it. You know, I know there's stuff I want here in the fortress. Fuck it, none of it matters. Today, the past 3 hours have basically just been a waste. We're never doing Minecraft again. You know what? Fuck it. This just broke me. This broke my soul. Okay, I saw a sword. Okay, the diamond sword is good. Do I see nether wart? I don't see nether wart. Okay, we might not instantly leave. Yeah, today was just too stressful. Do we have a pickaxe? Yes, we do. We've got tons of hodgepodges of food. Oh, here's our nether wart. I'm hot. It's like 100 degrees out, man. It's hot. Oh, hey, there's a pickaxe over there. Come on. And you know what? And you know, I've talked a lot tonight about difficulty and how I hate the difficulty on Bedrock, and that doesn't even get into the fact that the Wither Bedrock, or the Wither on Bedrock, is even stronger. Like, they have a genuinely harder Wither fight. Come on. Okay, I'm gonna guess that shield finally broke. God, I wish that piglin wasn't there. Because we cannot afford to piss off the piglins. Oh, let's put on these gold boots. Don't die. Don't die. Okay, we're just gonna stay here. I know literally hell is spawning around us. But, you know, we gotta heal what we can. God, I fucking hate it here. And I do this, like, you can probably go back and find footage of me having these exact same struggles, like, a year ago, when 1.20 came out. God, I'm hungry. I didn't eat dinner. But no, these fucks just keep coming. Okay. God, I'm so fucking stressed out. Tonight's show was awful. This is the worst show of the season. God damn it. We went for 3 hours as well. There's a reason I play Splatoon. There's a reason we stick to Splatoon, man. No, I should really just rename the show Splat in Chat. Because we're never not doing Splatoon again. God, anything else was a fucking mistake. Okay. Come on. There's like a dozen chests around the corner. But now there's like a dozen blazes. Blazes just keep spawning. Yeah, I'm definitely just gonna have to sit around, like leave the game AFK for a while, and just build up a bunch of potatoes. Because, like, they're clearly our best food source. Like, look at that! We were just standing here! And Blazes just naturally did fucking 7 hearts of damage. And now we can't regenerate it. We're gonna have to sit here for another, like, 3 minutes. Just to regenerate it. God, I fucking hate this game. Like, I know we only have a single piece of gold boots on. Oh, shit. Well, we're back here, but at least we have food again. I fucking hate this, man. I hate the Nether. God, I hate this game. This is the fun game we play every 6 months. Just me. If this were Java Edition, we'd be having like half as less problems. But the fact that this is Bedrock Edition, this is the fun game we play every 6 months. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. This is why when I did the big, like, hey, I think it was around like 1.16 or whenever, and I was like, you know what, let's get every Minecraft achievement. When I did that, I was just like, it was like one world. And for a while, it was probably 1.15 actually. It was probably even before that. The original plan was just like, hey, one world, we're going to get all the achievements here, and, you know, we'll never have to create a new one. And then the Netherite update came out, and we had to regenerate the Nether. And then guess what? They're redoing the entire overworld cave generation. So I've got to get that. Hey, might as well create a new world for new terrain generation. Oh, hey, guess what? We're getting a new ancient city. Might as well just generate a new world, because we're going to have to travel thousands of blocks away. God. I'm so tired. I'm so fucking tired. And I know, I should just leave. I should just get my stuff, and I should fucking leave. But then that just like, oh, our whole trip here was for nothing. I mean, technically we found the stronghold, or the Nether fortress, and we've got like 10 blaze rods. So like, that's half the battle. But that's still so much more shit to do. Like, I guess I could go find the stronghold now. Not that it matters. I'm so tired. I can make ender chests now. We didn't even find a trial chamber. I was gonna Google how to make a crafter, but we have literally spent the last hour just dying. Just for, one shot to come in here, to get hit by blazes and wither skeletons. I knew you were coming, you son of a bitch. Oh, shit. God, where do they keep... I swear they're just spawning right there. Like, they're not coming from anywheres. Because they're spawning right there. Oh, shit. Okay. Okay, we know, like, around the corner, there's that chest, and there's, like, a dozen more. Horse armor, nether wart. Right? We think we're safe from one enemy. Just to be killed by a different one. My tummy hurts. I want to go to bed. Maybe this is where I just get the sadness cry. Like, I'm past anger, and I'm just sad. I don't know. The one positive is that, I may be struggling with all this, but so far I've actually had really good luck recovering my items. When I die and I lose something, I think, outside of, us falling in lava like that one or two times, I actually haven't lost that much to lava. I haven't lost any diamonds to lava. I haven't lost any weapons or armor to lava. It's just we need to find one of these trial chambers. We were like right there. I guarantee there was like there had to be one somewhere down there where we were on that island. just didn't find it. I don't know, there's supposed to be like an entrance room, and that was like, you know, you have these massive cave openings. I would assume there would be like, hey, look, it's like this weird like copper room that, you know, it usually has like a tree in it. It'd be like the entrance room. And that's just not what we've seen so far. So it is interesting that the new copper bulbs, they use copper blocks. And then they don't use glowstone, they use blaze rods. They're actually pretty expensive. And that sucks. Yeah, they're actually like a relatively expensive item to get. I mean, we have a bunch of blaze rods. We haven't even found a blaze spawner. And we have like 10 plus blaze rods. Because these things just keep coming out of the woodworks for us. Okay, we were down there, past that skeleton. Come on, come on. Come on. How did it... You know what the worst part of that was? Is he hit me before he was even around the corner. Like, I was already damaged, and then he popped up around the corner. It's just that one guy. Man, it's just these little things. It's just these little things that keep fucking us. At least nothing else is burned up. Oh my god, I'm so fucking hot. Ugh. It was supposed to rain today, but no, it's like 100 degrees. It actually probably did rain, but that was hours ago now. I also hate Soul Sand Valleys, man. Like, you take the worst enemy in the game, the skeleton, and then you put it in an area surrounded by soul sand. Which, you know, you need to, like, rush skeletons to kill them. But nope, you can't do that on soul sand. Because it makes you slow. I know there's soul sand, soul walking shit. Nobody cares. I don't know what the hell's been going on Twitter with Miiverse. I don't know why. Like, okay, Twitter removed the ability for you to see somebody else's likes. And for some reason now everyone's like, Miiverse. I'll be honest, I don't know if you can turn it back on where you can let people see your likes. Because there are a lot of artists I follow who like good art. And, you know, I like to see what they like. Right? So that sucks that I'm not going to see that anymore. I know sometimes it can be super fucking annoying. Right? Where it's like, oh, oh, hey, look, Joe Schmo liked this random booty pic, and now it's on your feed. And it's like, that sucks. We're already dead. We literally took like 2 steps and we're already dead. And you know the worst part is, like, at least like when I'm underground and we're dealing with all this shit, there's at least like something I could do about it. You know, at least I can light the cave up so that way less of these fuckers spawn. There's nothing I can do about this. We're just trapped in an endless cycle. The only thing I could do is I could go in and to the settings and turn it to peaceful. But I don't want to. That feels kind of scummy. I've done it before, actually. I have definitely done that before. Specifically in Java Edition, when I've just been stuck in hell loop like this. And it's just been like, God, I need something. I'm so tired. So tired. I really hope a Nintendo Direct is next week. That could be good. I don't know. It's right now. I'm like super fucking busy at work, so I don't even have time to do anything else. I hope the Nintendo Direct's in the morning, because it's in the afternoon. We're gonna miss it. I don't know. Nintendo's got to usually around E3 they do it in the morning, but it's Nintendo, so you never know. Oh, Mark Hamill's trending. Is he dead? I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Danny DeVito's trending. Is he dead? I don't think so. Twitter is now doing this weird... When I look up a tweet on... when I see, like, oh, trending topics. Oh, why is this trending? And it shows me a post from, like, 2019. And, like, okay, it's a post from someone I follow. But, like, why not show me, like, why is... I mean, that's always been a Twitter problem, though. Is Twitter never tells you why something is trending. Like, that's always been one of Twitter's biggest problems. You know, a respawn anchor would be nice. If I could get some more crying obsidian, then, you know, I would just put it, like, right here. Oh, there's nobody in this hallway for... I think it's through here, down here. I know that's wood, but I literally don't have any other... Come on, extinguish. Okay, bread, pick, random placement block. Eat the bread. God, all that for some gold horse armor. Why did you fly back so far? At least they killed the skeleton. Okay, if we just make enough of these, then eventually, you know, we'll be able to easily navigate around any corner without anybody hurting us. Ever again. That's why we create them. Oh, okay. God, see, we just respawn. Enemy respawn radius is so small. How did that still hit me? Oh wow, 3 gold ingots. Oh wow, such great treasure. Holy shit. See, luckily we can just rush blazes and usually kill them before they get a hit off. Sometimes. Okay, I know there were, like, at least one more chest somewhere around here. Because I swear at one point we rounded a corner, and there were, like, 2 more chests. I just don't remember where that was. No, get me back into safety. I saw you coming. Yeah, goodbye. Okay, I think... This is kind of all the food we have left. Oh, shit. That's a dead end. Oh gosh. I just don't want to venture too far. Let's venture back. We've done enough. We've conquered enough castles. Let's go home. Okay, we'll get home next time. Run number 77. Give it up for day 19. Day 19. I've definitely eaten more rotten flesh than anything else. It's just the most reliable food source. We've gone for an extra almost 30 minutes since the outro. Tonight's show was a fucking train wreck. Anything else coming out? Nintendo Direct. Any Lego leaks while we're running? Yeah, that just crashed. No new Lego bullshit. I guess there is actually supposed to be a new Lego Mario that gets revealed soon at TM. I don't know. I just know soon TM is kind of like the... Just fucking shoot me. Run all that way. We run all that way to just be a boom. Hey, guess what? You turn the corner and there's 5 wither skeletons. And 2 blazes. Oh, I guess you're dead. Guess it's time to fucking go do it all over again. Because, you know, it's funny. I'm like, oh, yeah, you know, we got to make this trip worth something. We didn't find anything. And now that we're going back, we can't even get... Like, even if we had tried to go back, we would have just found some wither skeletons and died again. Like, even our exit isn't safe. So I feel we made no progress towards any of the achievements today. We just died a bunch. Like, what else is... Oh, wow, Minecraft, you die a bunch on a super easy baby game. Because the enemies hit like fucking bricks. And so many of them spawn. Like, do so many... Because the Switch is low render distance... Do so many of them spawn close by because they're trying to hit the entity limit, but because you can only see, like, I don't know, let's say, like, 10 chunks? That's probably generous. Right? It has to cram all the entity limit into those 10 chunks. That would make sense, because we are on Switch. We're not even taking any of this nether wood with us. I hate these. I don't like the nether trees because of these weird leaves. They suck. They don't deteriorate. Right? Like, if you want to get rid of them a bunch at once, you gotta blow them up. The warp fungus leaves suck. They make, like, tree farms such a pain in the ass. I'm so negative right now. I'm so fucking over everything. I never want to play this game again. God, the trial chambers are going to be such a nightmare. Look at that. We go in 5 wither skeletons and we just die. Like, we literally just have to turn the corner there. And they're just spawning all the wither skeletons right there. I'm amazed we haven't got a skull yet. With how many of these things we have killed. I know we've been killed by more than we've killed. But still. It is not a happy day in hell. I still need to watch Hell of a Boss. I've only seen like the first season. Oh, so last week, right? My story got completely fucking ruined. My mother beat Breath of the Wild, right? She actually got through the final 2 Divine Beasts pretty easily. The Thunderblight, like, I had to give her some help, specifically with, like, lining up the electricity on the top, on the roof. But, you know, she got through it, and she beat Thunderblight on her first try. Fireblight, you know, that she actually, basically, I don't think I give her a single hint. I maybe gave one. But, you know, she mostly got through it. And then, Fireblight, yeah, she also beat on her first try, because she had the Master Sword by this point. And she got to the final boss, died, I don't know, like 10 times, and was like, oh, she was so, you know, she was me like an hour ago, just being like incessantly angry. And she's like, oh, I'm never going to be able to beat this. Boom, immediately, next attempt, she beats it. Or like 2 attempts later. She beats it. She got really good at reflecting the fireballs. Does that. Final boss time. Then she gets a pig. She had never actually fought. She'd never gotten a horse. So this is our first time riding a horse. That goes about as well as you'd expect someone's first time riding a horse to go in this game. But she does horse stuff. She ends up, she does horse stuff. She eventually, the horse dies. I don't know if you can kill the horse during the final boss fight, but if she didn't, then it just wouldn't return to her. So she struggles through horse stuff, but she's eventually able to get the targets, beat the game. She did all the memories, all the divine beasts, all that. After that, she started Tears of the Kingdom. It actually went fairly easily. You know, the starter island actually went really well for her. She got through it with almost no issues. And then I think from there, she's gone to the depths once. She did that Robbie quest where you got to go down and take the picture. And now she's off to who knows where. She's off somewheres, though. Yeah, no, everything actually went fine. Like, Tears of the Kingdom, it's definitely like, oh wow, it's been a whole game. You now have a much better idea of what you're doing. So things are going a lot better. But yeah, the starting Sky Island actually went really well. The new power, she's definitely gonna have to get used to Ultra Hand, because, like, you know, it's a whole beast of burden. She forgot Ascend even existed at one point, because she was like stuck, and it's like, how do I get out of here? Ascend. Oh, she got trapped in a cage. She got trapped in the tower near the thunderstorm thingy. I could not tell you for the life of me what the tower's called. The one, you know, the giant thunderstorm near the Pharaon region. That tower where the guy's like trapped underground. She rescued him and then immediately got trapped underground herself. And she couldn't figure out how to get out. You just ascend. I admittedly have no idea where she is now. Let's get some glowstone. Oh, she started getting some of the memories. I had to explain that because she got to the glyphs, the geoglyphs, and was like, I know this is important. I just don't know what's important. And I'm like, you're looking for a pool of water. And yeah, I think she's gotten either 2 or 3 of them at this point. I know I left some up there. I don't care. I'm beyond the point of caring at this point. Do we have at least a stack? Yeah, we got a stack. We're all good. I don't love the texture of glowstone, but you know, it's useful. And we got redstone lamps. How many blaze rods? I'm working on with 22 blaze rods. Some soul sand, some nether wart. So any last minute things before we end off? Because we're gonna end off here. Like I'm fucking done. I'm going to bed. I'm fucking going to sleep, man. I hate this game. I hate this game. I know we did none of the and we're gonna have to beat the challenges on the hardest difficulty. I'm gonna get like 1,000 potatoes. I know. I think we have a bunch of bones. God, I hope we have a bunch of bones. I'm gonna go get like 1,000 potatoes. Yeah, I've got 20 here. Another 61 there. Oh my god, we're gonna have so many potatoes. We're all gonna have potatoes for days. Anything I can throw in any of these chests? Is that a pillager? Hey, you got a bad omen? I could really use a bad omen right now. I heard something else shooting. Bees got any bad omens? There you are. Fuck. I will take that. So this is new ominous bottle. It bad omen, trial, bad, woo, who care? What the fuck just shot me? Oh, you. Boom, bad omen, yays. Yays. I'm just gonna make another I've not found a solution to my chest problem, so I'm just gonna keep making chests until I don't care anymore. Oh, hey, surprise, we're already there. I'm so tired. I gotta figure out what I'm doing with this house as well. Like this, having everything in this one room is nice, but like I've got all this space. I gotta do something with it eventually. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with this window up here. Oh, you guys are on the roof. Yeah, no wonder. And I'm starving to death. Yay. Yay! I still don't know how you got stuck in here. Yeah, definitely I'm gonna have to go to some ruin portals, get more crying obsidian. Hey, bitch. Come and get me. Big dumb bitch. Yeah, I'm gonna start calling you Grant O'Brien because you're a big dumb bitch. Alright, how do we make a crafter? Let me do a Google. Crafter. Crafting with the crafter. How to use the crafter. Inputs. Okay, big automation thing. Okay, but what's the recipe? Iron, a dispenser, a crafting table, and redstone. Okay. Okay, we've got all this stuff somewhere around here. Here's iron. I think I threw the wood in this chest. Ah, what makes a dispenser? Okay, we need redstone. I know I've got redstone in one of these. Boom, there's some redstone. I think, do I want a lever? I think a lever is just cobblestone and a stick. Do I have any sticks? Arrows. More arrows and some more redstone. Yay. Oh, what makes dispenser? It is a dispenser, right? Oh, it's a dropper. Okay, never mind. I don't... No, I'm just going to assume we don't have any sticks. Alright, we're going to make 2 crafting tables. We're going to make a chest, because I want a hopper. And then we got to make droppers, which droppers are just stone. Okay, we need more stone. We need sticks to make levers. Droppers. And another one. Alright, let's make a crafter. Okay, so I'm going to assume we're going to have to throw stuff in. Okay, good enough. Okay, so we throw in 3 iron. Then an iron, a crafting table, 3 iron, an iron, a crafting table, another iron, a redstone, a dropper, and a redstone. Okay. Yeah, come on. Why can I not hit this thing? 2. 2. 3. That do it? We have to, it always takes a minute. Boom! Crafter, crafting, crafters. Alright, at least we got one achievement. All of our hard work for one stupid fucking achievement. And now we've got crafters. What are... I wish they had done... So, a lot of mods that do crafters make it where you can, like, place a block like that, and then it'll, like, basically make, like, a memory of it. So that way, oh, whenever you give it wood, it'll know exactly where to go. And it's, like, a really nice and convenient thing. But no, for this one, they did, like, the most basic bitch shit. Where it's like, oh, well, you can disable blocks. So it's like, if I disable these blocks, but then you have to give it in the correct order. And that just makes it so much more... I feel like they made the UI simpler, but as a result, it makes using the machine in, like, a factory setup so much more complicated. To the point where I'll just never use it. At least that's how I feel about it. Now let's just throw all my shit in here. Let's go to bed. And that's it. That's where we're calling it. I'm done. I can't do this anymore. I'm tired. I'm going to bed. We got one achievement, because this is achievement hunt. We have 3 more. I'm just gonna do them all off stream. I can't. Next week we'll be back with Splatoon. I know I've also traditionally done non-Minecraft, just Minecraft achievement hunt streams before. We could. I can't be fucking bothered. I don't care. I don't care. No, I'm going to bed. We'll Minecraft, whatever. Fuck it. Who cares? We'll be back with Splatoon next week. Hopefully there'll be a Nintendo Direct before then, so we'll be back for Nintendo Direct. We'll be back for Splatoon. And yeah. Until then, I hope you all enjoyed. Stay tuned for more. Until next time. Bye.